Welcome to the first Dark Horde episode. This is the first one on YouTube. And I got a silly mask on because it is Halloween. And I've been looking forward to everyone being part of this episode and being part of this situation that I talked about for quite some time. Actually, I hope everybody hears me. Hold on one second. One moment, please. Okay, everybody hears me fine. So anyway, this is Manny Moonraker, UFO Buster Radio, and the Dark Horde podcast. And this is the special with the psychics, all three of them. And you've heard them on the podcast before. And I'm going to bring them on one by one and introduce them. But first, I got to take this off because I'm sweating already. And it's a kid's mask, to be honest. And I couldn't. It was weird because I went everywhere to find the mask, and for the love of Pete, Halloween was on fire today for some reason. But we're going to start first with the person that made it to the podcast at the very beginning. We're going to start first with Chris. Chris is local. Chris Garcia, welcome back. And I hope we can hear you.
Manny.
Oh, there you go. That works.
Yeah.
What is it? What does your hat say? It says Chris.
Psychic.
The psychic dude.
Psychic.
Jeez, that is amazing. I like it.
I
need one of those.
And actually, what it does, it pairs up to your phone like Bluetooth, and whatever on the display you put. Like I have one where it says social 6 feet. So if I change that feature, that's what goes across the screen.
There you go.
So, but that's just what's going on. So
Sweet.
But I can tell you where that link is, Manny, because a lot of people have been wanting this hat. A lot of people that I send people to. So, but I will tell you that I'll give you the information later. But
yeah, we'll get that info from you later. But we've got two more very talented people to join us. The next one is Addy.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. Hi, guys. How are you guys doing? I'm so happy to be here. Happy Halloween.
I'm excited. And by the way, like I said earlier, your costume looks pretty cool. Loving it. Very nice.
I decided to do Nightmare Before Christmas. We're like kind of at Christmas, but still Halloween. It felt right. Yeah,
it's perfect. And last but not least, we have Charlotte.
Hi guys.
Charlotte also. So Charlotte, what's your outfit?
I'm Wednesday Addams.
Oh, there you go. Nice, very nice.
We kind of already had Halloween here. It's bizarre.
I know, we're a little late, aren't we? And actually, what time is it for you? Because it's kind of late for you as well.
It's 3 a.m.
Oh my God, that is dedication. That is amazing. Fantastic. I love it. So we got you guys on here because I've been talking about this for some time, about getting the three of you on to do this psychic show. Because when in dealing with each of you've all got your talents, and to be honest, you've each amazed me in so many ways. And a lot of the people that have listened to the podcast felt the same way. Especially Chris. Someone said to me, he is so scary accurate. And I'm like, wow, really? He is. He's scary. Chris is scary. And of course, Addy, she read bugs and hit it right on the money. Like, totally. And Charlotte, all the information you have is amazing when it comes to things. But some of the stuff that we're going to talk about is things like crystals, tarot cards, and things like that. Now, I know Addy and Charlotte, you guys are into the crystals. And you've got some information I'm sure you can share, and we're excited about that. I know you're too excited.
Oh,
hi, ladies, by the
way.
Hi,
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, so on the screen right now, we've got the southern part of the United States on one side, and of course Charlotte over there. Charlotte right there. By herself. She's in the UK. But again, welcome you guys. What's that?
On my own over here.
Yeah, I know. But you're representing the European side.
You're never alone.
You're never alone.
Addy.
Yeah.
When you're, I mean, realistically, like aside from friendships, so like I feel like when you do tap into like the psychic part of things, you're never like really alone. Even when you want to be.
Even when you want to go to the loo, they're there.
Yeah, you're never alone. So
yeah, and for you guys in the US, she's talking about the shitter. So listen,
The shitter.
The shitter. Yeah, absolutely.
Gosh.
Now, this is really strange for me because having 3 psychics on at the same time, it almost feels like you guys in some way are going to, during this hour or whatever, are going to get in tune with each other. Somehow, maybe pick up on each other's psychic superhero stuff.
I don't. There was one of them. I'm gonna see. I have to look at the picture again. As even though, I don't remember. Let me see. There was one, Manny, that you got the picture of. I don't know. I can't tell who it is, but the one that you did like this with her face looking like this. I don't know if you can see me, but
that's a good question. Hold on. Let's identify. Let's play identify.
Yeah,
the
because you have me.
I guess
the first one.
That would be Charlotte.
I guess that's me.
Well, okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you what's weird.
Uh-oh.
When I saw your picture, I was like, "Where have I seen that face, like that expression, exactly like that?" And it's weird. I've never met you. We've never talked. Manny, you've talked to me, but I've never met her. When I saw her picture, I was like, I could swear, like I've seen that image. I don't know if it's a past life or there's a connection. And it's funny you said that, Manny, because I do feel connected to both of them. But the first one that I told you with Charlotte, I can't pinpoint why that picture looks familiar. And it's just the expression that she has. Like, it's almost like I'm reliving something, like I'm in the moment, but I haven't, but it's like, is this real? Is you know what I'm saying? It's like that feeling, but you just don't know why. When you make that picture, I was like, it's weird because I did feel connected to both of them. And then I was like, there's something up with this. I was like thinking, and we haven't even talked, but the thing is, the energy that they give is amazing.
Right. Actually, the 3 of you, it's just amazing. I'm going to just tune in here, but the 3 of you together put out quite a lot of energy. And not just psychic energy. You guys are, for the most part, you're pretty happy people. Like, you're like glowing on video and actually on audio too, to be honest. But that's why you guys are here. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to put in the link for folks who want to kind of join in. We might see the fabled Asgardians might join just as co-hosts eventually. But we'll see what happens. So I'll put this in the chat right now. And
you know what I was going to say, Manny? If you please, can you put it on my page, Facebook, so in case if they can't find the YouTube, I would appreciate it, please.
Yeah, we'll see. If someone calls it, we'll see if we can put that in there. But apparently, Facebook doesn't like it because it just rejected it. But that's what happens. This is.
Facebook be like that sometimes.
Yeah, no kidding. What is wrong with them? So we are going to have one individual join because actually he is an Asgardian. But Chris, the last time that I was on your show, that time that I was a guest, remember we had a picture that had an alien in it. So I'm going to bring on GameVid. GameVid is this is his picture. But before we get into Chris, I would like, before we get into it, Chris, I want you to marinate on it, kind of like a fine steak. But I would like Charlotte and Addy to, get into the mix here with GameVid and tell me what you guys think. So I'll bring him on. Actually, you know what I'm doing? I'm going to put him in a hot seat because I'm going to put him in the big picture. And then you guys can do your psychic stuff on him.
Wow.
And there he is.
There you go.
Hi.
Hi.
So I was going to ask you. Yeah, we're fine. And I was going to say, have I talked to you before? We have, right?
Only through Manny, but yeah, you've talked to me over the phone.
Okay, can you? Okay, well, I'm gonna let the girls read you. We'll talk later.
So,
let's see what.
Go ahead and see what Addy and Charlotte have to share with you.
Okay.
You can start with a question if you want.
Yeah, start with a question. We're not just going to like put him on video and just be like, well, that's not really
like rip into him.
Right? It's not necessarily.
Let me expose your demons to the internet.
Wait. This is that kind of a show, ladies. Please.
No way. So really quick, guys. I feel like because of like pop culture and stuff, a lot of people think that when it comes to like psychics and spiritual workers, energy workers, that we just can like look at you and just like tell your whole life, but we technically need permission and also like guidance in what it is that you are looking for necessarily, because I can rip you open if you like, but it'll be a lot of useless information that you're not necessarily looking for to use. It's not really going to guide you anywhere. It's not going to help you heal anything. It's not going to help you, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Game,
so,
go
like,
for the ripping. Go for the ripping game.
No.
What she said.
I feel like I did that the last time I was on the podcast. I ripped like everybody open with the tarot cards. You guys remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Let's not do that tonight. Let's not do that.
I don't know. I guess what I'd like to know is like what's because you guys, I'd like you guys to see that picture that Manny put up and tell me we can get a reading off of that. And also, I've been seeing a lot of stuff here lately, and was wondering if you would be able to shed some light into that as well.
Okay, well, I'm letting them go first.
What's the picture?
Probe him.
The picture was actually taken by my phone automatically while I was asleep. The phone was right next to me.
Ooh. So wait, was it a picture of you?
No, it was, my phone was on my nightstand. And
you guys have this picture?
Yeah, we don't have the picture because I didn't know that the game was going to call in today. So I don't have the picture. But yeah, so he had it on a nightstand and just started taking pictures. And some of the images, we actually took it to, I guess you can call it the Psychic Friends Network that Chris is involved with. And so we have people actually look at it, and they came up with all this info, a lot of it that is really relevant to what he's going through right now. And, you know, it's really up to him if he wants to share that real quick with you. But you guys go ahead. Have fun.
Oh, God, it feels immoral.
Okay, so I'd have to see the pictures to really understand, like, the context of why your phone started doing that.
How about this, Manny? Do you have that video? Maybe Manny's got the video. I don't know.
You know what?
Yeah, I don't have any of those things.
My page.
Yeah, I think it'd be better if just if maybe if you have a question for them, you can go ahead and just ask them a question. Let them do their thing. I think, ladies, did you have permission? Have you received?
We have permission.
Yeah.
Okay, so how about this one? All right, I don't want to give you too much information about this, but I've been having a lot of sightings lately, and I was wondering if you might be able to dig into that, see what that's about, or describe what I have seen.
Okay, Manny, I just send it to you through Messenger. I don't know if you can put that on the screen. I doubt it. But I send it to you on your Messenger, but I don't think you can. I don't know how to do all that crap. I can probably pull it up. I don't know if y'all can see that, ladies. Oh, my damn phone's acting. I don't know if y'all can see that. I'm trying to. This is the picture that he's talking about, the first one. I know it has like a glare to it.
There's a lot of color going on in there.
A lot of color, yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to, talk over you. So I'm just gonna let y'all read, and then if he's gonna ask me, then you have to tell me, Chris. What do you feel off of it? So I'm just gonna let them go first, and then after that, I'll put what else I feel from you.
So okay, I think the last time I was on, I know that I spoke to you. I don't necessarily remember about what. Do you remember the last time that I was on and I did like a reading for you?
No, not necessarily. I might have been driving my truck at the time.
Maybe. So usually when your phone goes off or any electronic device, it's kind of like a way for an entity to try to speak to you. The reason why I'm wondering like if I had spoken to you before is because I remember talking to someone who had experienced like a female entity like in a dream or something like that.
I
and
remember
she
that.
was like a brunette. Was that you?
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like she's still
Yeah.
trying to talk to you.
Really?
Okay, so I'm not crazy. Yeah, so this
Yeah,
is like
that's funny.
this is usually a way of like interaction, and I think it feels a lot like I feel like when I talk about this, a lot of people don't necessarily understand unless like you're kind of like in the newer generation of psychics, but it's kind of like tapping into your own feminine energy, tapping into like that more nurturing, like loving energy and taking better care of yourself, looking after yourself, getting more rest. If it happened when you were going to bed, it's possibly like a message of like you should be sleeping more, like pay more attention to when you're in bed, like pay more attention to your dreams. What can you tap into? Like astral projection as well. Like where is your astral self going to in your sleep? What kind of dreams are you having? All that. It could be a whole thing. I would do like a full reading, but like not gonna do all that right now. But I feel very strongly to that woman that like you mentioned the last time we talked about.
Yeah. Yeah, what's crazy is that... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
No, I was going to say that I feel like attached to her there is, because I get that too, Addy. Like there's a feminine kind of protective energy, and then there's like something darker, and there's conflict. And
yeah,
I see like almost like, I don't know, I can only describe it as like you being like a lighthouse, and they're just being drawn to it. And that could be for a personal reason, stuff that you're going through psychologically, which I don't want to put you on like expose all of that, but like when we go through darker periods, then that can draw certain things to us. So it's almost like she's trying to protect you from that, but there is some of that around you, which concerns me slightly.
And the last time we spoke, you mentioned like not having a lot of time for yourself, not having a lot of time to necessarily focus on your own needs, which leaves you susceptible to like other entities and other energies being able to like latch onto you or suck up your energy or kind of just play around with you however they want. And I feel like she's trying to like remind you. It's kind of like when your phone is on like 5%, you can't do anything. It starts to slow down and get really buggy. It's the same thing with like our psychic antenna that everybody has. Like if it's not fully charged and okay, then entities can just kind of play with the force field because it's not as strong.
Right.
Yeah, so that's kind of what that feels like.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Chris, you can chime in if you'd like.
Okay,
Yeah, Chris
well,
is like, when is my turn? When is my turn?
he has the actual picture,
that.
so he might pick something else up.
Well, the thing is, I remember when I talked to you, when I think you called into the show, or Manny was on my show on the podcast.
Yeah.
The thing is that that's been a long time since I've talked to you, but I feel like there is, and it's weird because I remember looking at the picture, and I swear, first it looked like a moon, and then it was like a female, female.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a child. I don't remember what I said because everything changes. Okay, I'm gonna let you know that things change. You have the free will to change what we say, but some things that we say, if we're accurate, it's gonna follow through. There's nothing you can do about it. There's some things that you can change, but you have to put the willpower to do it. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm being told to tell you is, for some reason, I was told to do the oracle, but I'm not going to show the oracle, but right now, the word that came out was comfort. So the archangels are there to comfort you because you're in the need of healing from your heart, which is kind of weird because, like I said, I haven't talked to you.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then for some reason, even though you said there's been something new going on, I almost feel like, I want to say that you've been touched by spirit on many levels. I want to say it's more of you've been abducted, you've been touched, okay?
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, but there's another force that came in, and that force is not very pleasant, okay? I feel like more of an entity, but this is nothing. It's more of that you're like a magnet. You draw all sorts of stuff in. You're very empathic. I'm gonna let you know that.
Okay.
And with that picture, when I first, it's actually, I feel like there is something to do with so much energy coming in. Hold on. Okay, what in the world is that? Okay, why is there something to do with the name Stella?
Yeah, that's my. Well, that's my old motorcycle name. Or motorcycle's name.
Okay, that. Okay, I don't know why I said that because I've been getting names just random when I do readings. It never happened, but it's all these downloads that I got.
Game that means go buy another motorcycle.
Right.
I'm just throwing that in there.
Yeah. Well, that was one of my favorite bikes. I miss it. It'd be
I
interesting
do
if
feel
you
that
came up with the name Kit too.
I just can tell you that you've been just touched. And with that thing, when you did that picture, I want to say something with the girls. I do agree with some of it. I think when you weren't sleeping, I almost want to say that you are very receptive to things that are on the other side. And it's kind of like, and I want to say something in your room. You have like, okay, that was weird. I just heard that. A vortex is what they're telling me. They're coming in and out. Okay. I'm seeing to the left of me. I'm seeing a door, and then I'm seeing the bed on this side. Don't know why I'm tapping into that. And there is some kind of magical, and it's funny because I got the tarot, which I do Oracle and tarot. I got the Magician card. Okay, I don't know if you could see that.
Yeah.
There is a lot of okay, why did I just hear that? Have you been getting illusions like you almost think like you're losing it? Like you're seeing things in the corner of your eye?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. So that's the end of your reading because we just lost him. Just like that, he's gone. Oh, there he is. He's coming back.
Was weird.
Yeah.
That
totally
was weird. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. With just that, something wants me to be quiet, or well, I'm not gonna say it. Well, I can actually. That's not what I was gonna say, man. Because you know how I talk.
Right.
Something told me to shut the hell up. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. Something told me shut the hell up. Something does not want me to even tap into you. It's not you. It's something around you. And I can tell you right now, it's not like me. And it does not like the girls. That's why they picked up a little bit off of you. Whatever it is, it picked us off. So there's something unique. You know what? I would say they're not allowing me to say anymore because it will cut us off again. This is what I'm being told. If we're not careful, or if I'm not careful, I almost want to say that you need Palo Santo. You need to sage your room.
Okay.
You need to call Archangel. Oh my God, I can't even say his name. Archangel Michael for protection. Because something is threatening to hurt you. You're getting involved in too much. I don't know if that makes sense.
I got a scratch a couple days, or not a couple days ago, like a week ago. I got a scratch on my arm, and I believe it was last weekend. I was just laying down to go to bed, and then all of a sudden it sounded like something fell down the stairs. There was a huge crash. It sounded like somebody was actually falling. It was a boom, ba-doom, 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 and then it sounded like a bunch of stuff was falling with it down the stairs. I immediately got up, went to the stairs, and there was nothing disturbed at all. And then, I went downstairs.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you something. This might be a stupid question, but psychics, we don't ever have anything stupid. But why do I see this like I'm almost being choked, like I'm being choked, strangled, like I'm being strangled is what I'm getting, and it's almost like I'm getting okay, I'm almost getting that. Okay, why can't I not talk? Are you serious? I'm doing like my friend Stacy. Are you seriously? It's like something is trying to mess my channeling up. I can't even think of the word right now. I cannot believe this. I'm sleep. Oh, there you go. There you go. I got it. Sleeping paralysis. You see, so like something, and it's the veil. I'm telling you, the veil is so damn thin. It's not even funny. I feel like you have trouble sleeping, and the more that you have trouble sleeping, you're like a damn zombie, and you need to have protection. So, yeah, and whatever was falling down the steps, like almost either, like I see something going up the steps, and it's just like it's mad, and I'm saying it because I don't know what to call it, and it's weird because I'm getting a male presence with that. I don't know what it is, but I'm getting a male presence. But I'm just gonna leave it with that because I think I can't say anymore. There's something that's telling me to be quiet, and that's a first. And I think it's because whatever's around you does not like us, or even likes me for that matter, because I can tap into that stuff. Manny, are you frozen?
No, I'm not frozen. I'm just in shock.
Dude, dude, I'm gonna ask you a question, and I need to know everybody.
Yeah.
Did it just kick me off, or did it kick everybody else off?
You were gone.
Yeah, you just didn't see it went.
Yeah, you totally disappeared. Yeah, so Jennifer says that the link won't show on Facebook. Yeah, Facebook is crazy. So you might want to go over to the YouTubes to check that out. Gabe, it sounds like you've got some stuff going on that needs some handling up.
Right.
Be careful when it comes to entities, though, because if you handle it the wrong way, you can make it worse. That's really important to know. You don't want to trap it. You don't want to anger it. You want to be very, very, very careful.
Yeah.
Also, just to be safe, I prefer incense for smoke cleansing rather than sage or Palo Santo. Sage actually kind of falls under like cultural appropriation, and I'm not going to get into like the whole politics of it all, but like it is more native and it is used within closed native practice. So if it is an entity that does come from Native American culture, you might piss it off by using
make it
sage.
Angry.
So if you're ever going to smoke cleanse, I prefer incense, or you can probably just go buy rosemary or lavender or something from like the supermarket and burn that as well, or even boil it.
Or you boil it with like
the
boiling
water
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can.
So you think I'd make it? You think I'd make it mad if I tried to capture it on camera?
Yeah, I would not advise.
So here's the funny thing with like entities is if you do capture it on camera, it's because it wants to be seen, and if it does want to be seen and it's not something good, it's not really like a good thing. Like you will have captured it on camera, but it's kind of like an oh shit moment of like, oh well, it wanted to be seen because it's not scared of me as a living being, and it doesn't respect me in my own home as a living being. So like when you do capture entities on camera, it's kind of like just a big fuck you and like their disrespect to you and their lack of respect to you. So
yeah,
you can try to capture it on camera, it's fine, but like it's also like probably not fine in relation to how it feels to you and how it is treating you. Yeah.
Right. It's
I
like
agree with my sister.
Yeah, it's like you see me, I want to see you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean.
So don't end up being the movie of the week, basically.
Selenite is great as well for like cleansing and protecting you. If you have that near you when you sleep, that should help protect a little bit from the sleep paralysis.
Yeah. And amethyst as well. Amethyst is really good. Amethyst is really good for keeping your astral self connected to you, because what happens too is when we sleep and we don't really have a lot of connection to our astral bodies and we don't really know how, your astral self will kind of jump between dimensions and jump between past lives and like go places it's not necessarily supposed to go, and it'll just bring shit back with it and you'll never know because you're asleep. So like amethyst helps a lot with that. If you would like to kind of play around with that crystal, it's good to keep on.
You don't need a big piece, just like a tiny little tumble would do. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I appreciate all your help. Thank you.
Yeah, just to
Good
keep
luck.
it like tethered. Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Game, thank you for joining us. It's always a pleasure to hear the craziness that you're going through. But
Yeah, it's not.
with that, I hope this was a lot of good information for you.
Yeah,
Ooh.
awesome. I appreciate it.
Oh, hopefully it was.
Yeah, thank you, everybody.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to like respond to people in their comments. I'm gonna go onto YouTube.
Okay, there you go. Oh,
Side
by
note,
the way, if you're looking for amethyst, I know two ladies that might have the amethyst that they can show you where to get it. So, just in case. And by the way, if you guys are interested in crystals and the power of crystals, please look at the links in the description. Go to their Instagrams because they've got a lot of crystals. They've got some really nice ones
I see you,
too.
Manny. I see you on Instagram liking those crystals, trying to buy a crystal. I see you.
Jeez, those crystals are amazing. Gamevet, thank you for joining.
All right, thank you very much.
Ciao. Yeah, so let's get
Thank
into
you.
the crystals real quick. Now, before that, Chris, what do you do crystals at all?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
I do a lot of protection.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot, and yeah, I do that, but I don't say it. But I do. I do a lot of
Fantastic.
different.
So you might want to
Yeah,
go
and I do.
visit Addy and Charlotte on their Instagrams because they've got an amazing collection. Tell me, guys, why would even someone like Gamevet or anybody else really should look into crystals? What's the deal with crystals?
Do you want to start, Charlotte? Because I have like so much to say about
gosh.
crystals.
Uh-oh.
It's just, where do we even start? Like, they're all so unique and they all harness such different energies and can be incorporated into almost any aspect of your life. So it's like, literally, where do we even start?
Yeah.
Like, it's a starting point with crystals. Like, clear quartz is a great starter. Selenite is great. Amethyst, citrine, and smoky, I would say, like the main ones. The main bitches.
So to answer someone's question earlier, what about dragon's blood? Dragon's blood is really good. So there are dimensions where dragons do exist, where you can connect with them, connect with the different elements of dragons. So if you want to use dragon's blood, that's also really cool to have a protective dragon on your side. For those of you guys who want to play around with that. And then moving on to crystals, crystals are really good for everything. You can use crystals for making your food taste better. You can use crystals. I mean, it's just adults here, I hope. But you can use crystals to make things in the bedroom more spicy. You can use crystals for
like your skincare?
Relaxation. Yeah, for skincare, for, I don't know. I've used crystals. Like, I've just put them to my temples when I have a migraine and it's just gone. You can use crystals for going through portals, doing portal work, energy work. You can use crystals just to make your house look nice. Like, why not? Look, so we've got cute little like ghosties.
Oh, there you go.
You can get all sorts of different look, you got just all the cool. Yeah, like why wouldn't you want to just put this all over your house? They just feel nice.
Bring more money into your house if you put it in the money corner of your room. Build a money altar. Have some citrine, some pyrite.
Citrine
what's the money
is the way
corner?
to go.
It's the back left
corner of your house.
What?
Yeah.
Keep it clean. And put things there that attract money. Having a plant there is really good, actually.
A money tree is really good to put there. Citrine is really good. Citrine is like, okay, I've got my citrine spaceship. But like, citrine is really
look at
beautiful.
that.
Mine's on the other side of the room. I can't get it.
Oh yeah, no, I've got like a whole thing of citrine back there. When I started my business, I kept citrine with my business cards around it. My business is like just blew up. So citrine is like the money stone. If you guys are trying to get that coin, citrine is the way to go. Citrine.
Amazing.
It gives you back what you invest in it.
This is crazy.
So Chris, Chris, you're like just like in and out here. So someone's definitely putting the kibosh on you.
I think it's me.
Is
the
it?
last time I was on the podcast, I like shut it all down. Like I shut everything down.
You did.
So
big time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I know. I'm telling you something. I'm gonna tell you something, Manny. Something does not like me, and you know what it was? I think it was when I read him. There's something dark around him, And I'm gonna tell you right now, it did not like me. That's
Yeah.
what I'm picking up. It just it didn't like me. So that's why I'm being told that if
To
he needs
chill.
to talk to me,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like something that, and it's weird because when I saw that picture when you told me, why don't we talk about that picture? I believe we had technical issues on that podcast, if I remember right. I don't remember, but I think it's not him, but I'm being told there's a lot of dark entities around there. And I'm being told like they're in the distance. And then even know that we're on the broadcast, because it's Halloween, there's more easier access to just, if they don't like you, they're gonna take you off. They're just gonna take you off.
Yeah, they're not playing
and
around,
it's
Chris.
weird.
They're not having it.
I
So I
know.
want to tell.
I know.
The one thing I think everyone should know is if you guys want to contact either one of these fine people, please look in the description. You have contacts, you have links, and Chris actually puts his telephone number out, so you can actually call him, kind of like GameVid did. Actually, I think my sister called you, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I just want to let you know, if anybody
boy.
needs to call me, do not call me right now because that's the phone I'm using.
Yeah, don't
But
call him now.
yeah,
He's
just
busy.
call me. Yeah, I'm busy right now, but
Yeah, and he's gone,
you can
and he's
reach me.
back.
He's in and
Yeah,
out.
so you can reach
Yeah,
me on
Chris,
my.
this is
Shake it all
crazy.
about.
Yeah, no kidding. The other thing you guys got to know if you're live, if you have a question and you don't feel like being on the screen, God, Charlotte, that's a different bottle this time. If you don't feel like being on the screen, you can actually just
It's adult
post.
Halloween.
Yeah, it
Sorry.
sure is. It's okay. You can actually just
That was
push
water.
that. Sure, it was. And you can actually just go. You can post your question within the chat live, and I'm sure Chris and the ladies would love to answer that. To be honest,
I already went out for
Yeah,
Halloween.
what did?
yeah.
Lucky
I don't know
girl.
why. I'm thinking right now, everybody's.
See,
I don't know.
it's
This
definitely
is
not an entity. I don't feel. I really just think it's me.
there is something really weird going on.
I really just think it's me. I have the tendency to like fuck with people's like electrical field that I don't know. Like I don't know him. I've worked with Manny and I've worked with Charlotte. I don't know. I feel like it's me, and I'm sorry if it's me.
Yeah,
I can't be 100%
He's
sure,
sister.
but it might be me. Like
they could be.
it could be an entity. It could just be the Sagittarius Witch fucking up electrical fields.
I don't know, Chris. It might be your hat. There's all that electricity going through your cap.
Oh, it could
That's-
be your hat.
I don't know.
I don't
It literally
know.
may well be.
It might be.
It could be the
What if,
hat.
what if you
I
take
don't
it off
know.
for like 10 minutes and see if like that stops
Maybe
you
I'll
from
take
jumping
it.
in and
Hold
out?
on.
Like a test.
Hold
Let's
on,
test
maybe.
it.
Oh yeah, he's paused.
I don't know how
He's not
long we're
even
going to
moving.
be here, but I'm okay.
There you
with
go. Join the club. I like it. So there you go. Game Vet, thank you. You guys, if you want to contact these guys, look at the
Yes, it
description.
was water. It was water.
Oh wait,
No, it wasn't.
OA wants to be on the screen.
OA. OA, yeah. If you go to the link that I first posted, and I'll post it here for you again, you are more than welcome to come on, and we'll put you in the hot seat. It's called the Psychic Probe. It's where we're going to put you.
I'll poke you.
Yeah. By the way, let's welcome Greenman to the episode.
Hey, I read you
buddy.
last time.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You did.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you
wearing
again
a
for
costume?
the Instagram cards.
No, he usually
He's a
dresses like a
nun.
nun.
No, there's
I can't like see it, Robert. Like turn to the side. I want to see. Okay, cool. We like it. He's a holy man.
That's weird.
I was thinking
That is
about
so-
doing
That is
the
so
Tom
weird
Selleck-
because it's like, maybe it might be the hat.
Oh, see, it might be the hat.
No, it looks
Oh
fantastic.
my!
Such
It
a
does.
lovely nun.
Yeah.
My God.
I
Such
love
a
it.
beautiful
I love
face.
it.
Yeah.
A nun smoking a
Yeah.
cigarette that's my kind of lady.
If it was a cigarette.
That's not a cigarette.
Or-
We're just gonna pretend it's a cigarette for a
It's
second.
a cigarette. Yeah.
It's a Halloween cigarette.
It is a Halloween cigarette.
Yeah, it is.
I was thinking about doing Tom Selleck, but I figured if I got a mustache and a wig, I'd still have to use my glasses to see anything, and I'd end up looking more like Weird Al. So
there you go. Yeah. So OA, the OA reminds me of that Netflix show. Might be calling in. Hopefully, they got the link and they'll come in here and join you guys. Yeah. Greenman, that's fantastic. I love the outfit. Wish I had something like that. So you guys who are psychically in tuned, what have you felt? I don't know. Do you guys get like random feelings sometimes, especially with the way the world is today?
Yes.
Who wants to talk about that first?
God.
Let's go clockwise. Let's start with with Addy, then Charlotte, and then Chris.
Okay. Oh my God, guys, it's okay. Where do we even start with that? It's just being an empath, and I don't think you have to be like a psychic to be an empath necessarily, but to tune in, like even just to go grocery shopping for like 5 minutes, to tap into everyone's energy. Like everyone's anxious, everyone's depressed, everyone is dealing with their own separate thing. And I think that being an empath and being a psychic is like, it's kind of like realizing that you're not the only person dealing with that, and that every individual that you see around you is also going through their own roller coaster of mind fuckery. And to tap into that hurts on a level that I can't even explain. So like I have to come home and do full on cleansing and like hug my dogs and let them kind of like soak some of that up. It's the most intense thing because there are people out there that are dealing with not just like psychic stuff, but there are people out there dealing with abuse, dealing with depression, dealing with all sorts of different mental health issues, illnesses, fear. Like, I don't leave the house. I just don't leave the house. I work from home, so I don't have to leave the house, but it's really hard being a psychic and like being an empath and tapping into the energy that's going on. There are people that are like really, really, really upset with all the different movements that are going on as well, like the political stuff that's going on. There's like a lot of anxiety, depression, anger, and fear. Those are like the four main things. I don't know about you guys, but those are the four main things that I've been feeling really heavily. And it also, I mean, being an empath is also really hard because you don't want to let it trickle into your personal life. And sometimes you just can't help it. And you have to like figure out like, wait, is this me or is this someone else or something else? It's October specifically has been one of the hardest months for me. So next.
Oh, my screen's gone blurry. Gosh.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, no, I'm in a weird situation actually, because like I live in a place where we don't have cases. I live on an island with closed borders, like outside of the UK. So my life is like relatively normal, but like that's in contrast to friends and family and people I know like across seas, like, you know, Addy and my father and, you know, just family and friends and what they're going through. It's a very weird situation to be in. And there's a lot of pressure to like act normal and go around things as if this isn't going on and like just continue being successful. But like the world is very unstable at the moment. I've coped with it in my own way with like shutting myself down and just like protecting myself. But like my experience is not at all similar to what most people are going through here. I don't know what more to say. Like I'm surrounded by the sea and I put like a dome of protection over my island to try and keep things extra safe for where I live, but it's awful, quite frankly.
There you go. And the accent helps. Chris.
Blush.
Chris, what about you?
Yeah. I mean, to me, I just think like with all this stuff going on, it's going to get worse than what we realized. This thing, you know, people have asked me, like, do you ever see it going away? Personally, I don't. And if it does go away, as us being the people that are paranoid, I think wearing the mask is going to be a permanent thing. This is what we call the new world, is what I would call it, because that's what I've been calling it. To going back into normal, I really don't see that. I mean, and there's a lot of stories. I do have a good friend too. By the way, Manny, is that he told me, and others and everybody that knows me said, do not take that shot because there's something that they're not telling us. So, and it's weird because I think and I'm not saying I'm blaming them, but I do feel that some of those shots of, to find out if you're positive, I think there's something about it that sounds fishy to me, because my friend told me, he told it on the broadcast that I had. Other people said don't take it. There's something about it that, I wouldn't recommend it. It's, you actually, there's just something that's fishy, and I think it's the JOV is what I would call them, abbreviated, if you know what I'm talking about. But personally, Manny, I personally don't see it going away. I think it's gonna get worse before it gets better, and we're in for a major shift. I remember somebody said, and I think I remember saying something about December. There is going to be so much chaos going on, and I really feel bad for the people. For us psychics, we get premonitions. I get premonitions all the time. I think the best thing I can tell everybody is to spend time with your family, cherish them, because we might not all be here any much longer. Life is short. It's limited. So I was told, for even the girls and everybody that's a psychic and really in tune, reach as much as people as possible. We're just here for a lot of reasons, and I just feel like it's just not right. And there's like just something that doesn't seem right about all this stuff. And like I said, I think it's gonna be a permanent thing, Manny. It's I don't think we'll ever go back without wearing a mask. I think everyone's gonna be precautious, even if they do have a vaccine or if they don't. There is no such thing as not wearing that mask. I see that as a permanent thing. But they've said that they had possible vaccine probably in 2012 or 2021 or something like 2022. But I personally don't see it. I see it's going to prolong it, because I do feel like they have a vaccine, but they won't share it with the public. And you have to have dough for you to get healed, or, for the people that are in the hospitals. I don't believe that they want to share it with the people, because the population.
It's very possible that that's what's going on. But when you say JLV, I'm thinking the Junior League of Venezuela. So I don't know what JLV is.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about government.
Oh,
I just didn't want to say it.
Conspiracy. Listen, Chris, there's a dark horde. Conspiracy stuff is on UFO Buster Radio, but I'll bring you on there, and we could talk all this crazy conspiracy stuff, because some of that stuff is true. Some of that is really happening, and we don't know, because we're regular folk like some of the other guys. And I see that he's gone again, but we do have Greenman, and we have another guest by the name of Big O. Look at that freaking beard! Oh my God! What the hell?
Well, hello, Big O.
Hey, what's going on?
Welcome.
That is a righteous beard.
That is crazy. Like, you couldn't be like Greenman. You couldn't be like Greenman because you set that shit on fire. So tell me about. By the way, Big O used to be a host, and he comes in once in a while, right? Initially started the podcast, and actually, for those of you who don't know, he's my younger brother, the Big and the O.
Hello.
She looks so shocked.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
so
like,
happy to meet you.
there you go.
Not shocked, just honored.
No
I think
worries.
Manny
Oh,
is wonderful.
God.
So to have met sibling is lovely.
Addy, please do not give him compliments. He'll
Oh
never
my
make
guys, the head is getting
I can't-
massive right
I
now.
can't
You just
help
don't
it.
even know.
It's just part of my character. I love to compliment people and make their head really big to where it doesn't fit on the screen anymore. I can't help it.
Yeah.
Sorry,
By the way,
master.
Zachariah says, "Holy smokes!" He's actually been asking for you to come back to the podcast.
Oh,
And,
Zach. Hey, Zach.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
I
Zachariah.
kind of want to braid your beard. Can you braid it? Oh, I want
That's-
to see what it would look like braided. So bad.
Actually,
Jeez.
that's going to happen. Yeah, that's going to
Yeah.
be going to be the next thing. What's
That'll
up?
be-
Hey, you're back.
That'd be great
Times.
pictures. Fantastic memes. So listen, are you on here because you want to be read by the super psychic crew?
Yes.
We need your permission.
He's the newbie.
I not only do I want to be read, but I also want to ask different questions about psychics.
Hey,
in
we ain't got all
general.
night for you, bro. We don't got all night. I'm
Well,
just
then-
telling you.
Then this
Or
will be
maybe
a part
we
2 later.
do. I don't know.
This will be a
Tell
part
us.
2 later. It's okay. All right, I'm ready to be read.
All right, so we're gonna go again clockwise. So we'll start with Addy, then we'll go to Charlotte. Then I'm gonna give you my own reading. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
Oh, Manny, why not? See what you tap into. Maybe you're really strong and you don't realize it.
There you go. I just fixed it. So then we'll go to Chris, and then I'll give you my reading. That's when I hit the
That's
end button,
going to be-
and I'll kick you out.
Well, maybe Chris, because he keeps zonking out.
Yeah, maybe Chris. All right. So ask your question, please.
Yeah.
Well, I
let's
thought I was
do
being
this.
read. I don't know. I don't know what questions to
Oh,
ask.
I don't just tap into people like that. I
Yeah.
don't do that.
Okay.
That's very
All right,
rude.
question. Let's do like the old school star goddess. You remember that?
I'm not
back
old
in Tampa.
school.
Yeah, they're
Oh.
pretty young.
Okay.
I'm
We're the
27.
same age.
I feel old now. All right.
We 27 out here. Sorry,
We baby.
Yeah.
just a little bit.
Finances, love, and future establishments or endeavors. Or anything I need to watch out for.
Okay.
Yeah, your beard.
It's
You watch out for your
difficult with the
beard.
future because the information that you know could then lead you on a path that could lead you away from things that you want. So
Ooh, I
generally,
wanna
it's better.
debunk something. Oh, can we debunk it? Oh, can we just do it?
Yeah, we
Okay,
can
guys.
debunk it. Like,
Yeah, let's just
Whoa,
debunk it.
whoa! What's this? What
Yeah,
is
I don't
this?
know what's going on
let's
here.
Yeah,
go
hold
for it, Addy. Do it.
What's happening? Okay, well, I'm just gonna do it. It's fine, guys. Like nobody can tell you the future. Like if
Not
I were to
possible.
tell you that you're gonna have 3 kids, then you're probably gonna avoid having 3 kids and then be like, oh, that psychic bitch didn't know what she was talking about. No one can tell you the future. The moment that I tell you what I see is gonna happen, you can change it, and then it's no longer the future, right? Like no one can do that because you can change it. You have
Free will exists.
multiple different, so okay, there are different times in the year which are really fun that you can like change where that timeline is kind of going almost. And so Charlotte can talk more about that, but like
So what's the
let's
difference
say-
between being able to have free will and what's your fate? Yeah, you're fated
there
to do
is no
something.
fate. You always
Okay.
have free will, period.
Always.
The only difference is that if you have things in your past life that you need to heal, you're going to
Then it's
be
gonna
taught
heal.
lessons for that. Like there's going to be lessons that you go through until you
So
learn your
exactly.
shit from your past life. But you're not necessarily going to have a fate or a specific direction to go or a specific future. Like you 100% have free will and our souls choose that different life. So let's say your little light orb, whatever the fuck, is like in the universe trying to pick wherever it's going to dive into in the, like when do you, okay, here's a good one. Did anybody watch Harry Potter? If you watched Harry Potter, what's his face? He
Wait,
had, like,
Charlotte,
this
we
little-
know you would watch Harry Potter, by the way.
Okay, Charlotte, tell them about the pool with the memories. Like his memories are in that little like
pensive.
watery pond, that thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he
it's
pulls out
basically
the
like
memories.
that. And it's almost like your soul like plucks out whatever it is that it's trying to like fix so that your soul can heal it, learn it, and then in your next life, maybe you choose to like give that to other people. Maybe you choose to just learn more. Maybe you choose to do nothing with your life, and that's fine too. I had a past life where I did nothing and I died at 60, and then I had another past life where I was like a whore and I did all the things. And now in this life, I know, TMI, not really. In this life, I'm constantly like, am I doing enough or should I be doing more? Am I doing enough? And it's like a constant battle because of those past lives. We live in the Matrix. Back to my safety quarters. I strongly feel like that's a possibility too. Like, let's not go into that because that's a whole other conversation. But no, I feel like free will is a thing. So your future being told by somebody kind of feels like a scam.
Okay.
Agreed. 100%.
You know what I mean? It's almost like a way that someone can take your money or like just tell you a bunch of BS. And like, if I were to tell you, oh, you're going to meet Sarah in 6 months, you're going to spend the next 6 months looking for Sarah.
So is there anything I need to be worried about? Any energy that you guys feel? Or anything that you...
I got that too, Addy, just then.
Uh-oh.
Right?
Here's the funny thing, like Addy and Charlotte are doing like the Wonder Twins thing. They're like,
I know,
powers
we've
activate.
Been sisters in past lives. Like Addy, wait, like hang on, this way.
No, you got to turn around. Addy, turn around.
Way, Addy.
It's the other way.
Oh,
there you go.
Oh, there you go.
This is so close.
Wow.
Guys, we do a lot of energy work together. It's kind of stupid. Like we have our dragons together, we portal together, our portal space.
We share a space together.
She's got like a space. I've got like a garden in her space. So we share a space. So we're very highly connected. I see her, I meet her in my dreams all the time. So
said that at the same time.
Although we haven't met in person, unfortunately, I do spend a lot of energetic time with her. So we feel a lot of the same things. It's really weird. Like she'll call me in the middle of the day and be like, hey, like, are you okay? And I'm like, how'd you know? Yeah, but I felt that. Something to be worried about.
It's in my gut. Like, I don't know about you, Addy. Like it's settling. I feel like it's like.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like maybe a financial thing, not necessarily to be worried about, but maybe to like work on.
Let me zoom in on this.
Put him on the spot. Why are you?
It feels like it's almost like you can't breathe. I feel like this is something that like you think about often and you don't necessarily have a like solution to, that you think about too much, maybe, I don't know. Or maybe like feeling like it almost feels like you're worried that you don't have enough sometimes, or you're not doing enough sometimes.
I get that, and I get that being connected also to self-esteem and like the viewpoint that you think you should be projecting in the world, and like who you really are. And it's kind of like sometimes you feel like you're wearing a mask, or you're not doing things the way you don't know what is your identity and what is the identity that you're projecting.
Yeah. I feel that a lot.
Yeah.
That feel right for you. So the worst part about this is that sometimes we'll read people and like, I mean, being on the spot in front of a bunch of
that's not a nice
like nobody wants to admit that necessarily, you know what I mean?
Right. I think me personally, it kind of maybe hitting the spot. I'm not sure. I think I could do a lot more in my community, and a lot more as far as being a better presence, just like Manny. Manny's taking the ball and running with it, and I kind of wanted to, but no, Manny, no. But I feel like I could do more, but I just don't know how to do it, if that makes any sense. Even though Manny's like I said, he's definitely going far with his podcast, and the Dark Horde and UFO Buster Radio and all that good stuff. I want to do something very similar, and maybe in a different path though. But still, definitely props to Manny and what he's doing and how he's going about it. It's grown so much.
Addy, are you tearing up?
No, I got wine in my eye.
I hate when that happens, but for me, it's usually vodka.
You're supposed to go in your mouth, not in your eye.
Just a little tiny bit. Wine is not fun in your eye.
I would say be careful of like over comparing and just focus on your own path and what's going to make you happy, because your response there is like, Manny has this, I would like to do this, whereas it should be like, I am this awesome guy, and just follow your own.
Don't get me wrong, I'm fucking phenomenal.
Exactly.
So I got this really crazy download at the beginning of this week that that said specifically, when we lack a lot of consistency in our life or in our upbringing, we look for consistency in our brand or in who we feel we're meant to be. So we feel like we have to do the same thing and be very consistent in order to like see the ball rolling and get that in return, in a sense. Kind of like starting my own business. I felt like I had to be very consistent in what I put out in order to get a very specific audience. And it was because I lacked so much consistency in my upbringing. And so I feel like worrying about that kind of consistency and saying like, maybe I'm not enough in my community, or maybe I'm not enough in like being a presence, et cetera, et cetera. It's almost like maybe you lacked a certain amount of that consistency growing up, or you lacked that kind of consistency at different parts in your life where like you didn't get to fully, I feel like, I don't even know how to word it, but like, don't compare, and two, maybe like, I like to tell people to journal, and I feel like a lot of men in particular feel like that's really not masculine. They're like, I'm not going to journal. Who's going to write their
idiots.
feelings?
People who think that. So
but I think it's so constructive to write down what it is that you want to do and look back at it at the end of the week and say like, what steps have I taken to do that? Because a lot of the time we get busy with our life and we don't really realize that maybe we didn't put time towards the shit that actually matters to us. Like, we're busy surviving and trying to make money to pay our bills. And so we don't really think about the things that make us happy, because maybe those things won't pay our bills instantly. It might take more time to build that up and stuff like that. But I don't know why that came through. But
are you guys a strong believer in like speaking things into existence? You ever heard of that?
Yeah, manifestation. Yes.
Is that something very strong? You know, like I'm gonna do this and say it over and over again by speaking it into existence.
She just snapped her fingers. I think it's pretty strong.
I think it's more than just speaking it into existence. It's like having a plan. It's like getting that shit done. Like, do you want to get it done? It's not going to fall in your lap. Realistically,
you have to do the work.
You have to go and get it. You have to do the work, because it's kind of like getting a tattoo. It's like you got to go through the pain to get the fucking tattoo. I've got like a bunch of tattoos. That's the reason why I'm using that as a metaphor. But like, you have to go through the pain to get it, right? Because you want it, and you go through that pain to get it because you want it. So it's the same shit with your life. Like, you've got to go through the BS that life is going to throw at you if you really want something bad enough.
True story.
That's just like the real.
That's why spirituality crosses over with like therapy.
Yeah, she hit you with the hardcore stuff. I hope you're going to be okay after this.
And it's okay. And it's okay if you're not okay. Like, it's okay to not be okay. I think that's a big issue in society, is that we feel like we have to keep it together all the time. We have to keep it together in front of people. We have to pretend that everything's okay when people say like, hey, how are you doing? You're like, oh, I'm good. How are you? And that's just the end of instead of just saying like, yeah, I've really been going through some shit, and I've been dealing with anxiety, and it's total bullshit. How are you? Like, instead of just saying how you actually feel, we're kind of just like in this constant repetitive bullshit of like, yeah, I'm okay. And it's like, maybe you're not okay.
Yeah, we're good.
And it's okay to not be okay.
Yeah.
That's part of it too.
Yeah, that's life. You know, you got ups and downs. Pretty much.
That's part of being psychic.
Success and failure.
Yeah.
It's part of it. Like, part of being spiritual is like doing the healing, and healing sucks because you're in the dark night of the soul, and the dark night of the soul is bullshit. Like, you feel like nobody's coming for you, and you feel like you're alone in it all, and that's part of it. That's part of getting better. That's part of growing, and that's part of going towards the things that you want to go towards, is because like you might be scared of failing. You might be scared of not.
No, I fail all the time. I'm not scared of doing it no more.
Yeah, he's a pro at it.
I'm a dead ass pro, bro.
That's not nice, Manny. That's part of the problem.
Don't be mean to your brother, Manny.
Yeah.
Listen,
what I
was
it's so bad.
That's like
if after today you start crying somewhere, please videotape it. I wanted to share it on Facebook.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so it looks like
two women in this sausage fest. We're like talking about actual emotions, and the guys are like, no, it's okay. You can suck, it's fine.
Yeah, it's no. So
Yes, great.
I think Greenman is going to give his psychic prediction next.
Oh, go ahead. It's
Eh?
gonna be great. Yeah.
I'm not,
Green man,
Yes,
you
Green
That
Man.
would be so.
I'm not psychic.
And this thing keeps kicking me out. First of all, what I was told is that you need to clear your energy. You know what you need to do and trust your own guidance. And even though I couldn't hear anything because it was glitching, I mean, they were glitching bad. So, like, I don't know anything about you, but I do feel like your gifts, you do have them. So you need to start exploring them. Okay. And I'm being told that what you need to do is use them in the paranormal field because I'm being told that the paranormal field is calling out to you.
Wait,
Okay.
Chris, you're talking about Big O?
Yes. I'm
Wait.
seeing the
Talking about
paranormal
Big
field
O.
around him.
Oh my Lord, have mercy on my soul. Hold on, Chris. I'm gonna put you on Front Street while you read Big O. All right, let's do it.
Yeah, I kind of see like for some reason I see like, okay, why did I just see that? Okay, I almost want to say, I don't know if you've done this, but I see you going into a South Salem or like a hospital that's closed, and I'm seeing it like fenced up. Okay, I don't know what state this is, but I actually see you doing it. Maybe I want to say maybe it could be the max of maybe 10 people is what I'm seeing. So, but I do see that you do have the gifts. You can be very flexible with not just the paranormal, but I think more of the paranormal. And then for some reason, I'm hearing law enforcement. Okay, I don't know. Okay, I don't know why I'm picking that up. And like I said, I've never talked to you. I couldn't even hear the girls because they were just glitching back and forth, so I couldn't hear anything. They said, "This is what I'm picking up from you." Okay. So there's something about you that it's like I'm being told like there's like a pull. They've been wanting you to do this for a long time. And then okay, I also see that you have tarot or oracle around you, or you've thought about it. I don't know why I'm seeing that. But and then
Well, I would like to confirm the law enforcement. I was 5 years corrections for a while, so
okay.
I did do law
Validation.
enforcement for a little bit. Yep, so a little
Yeah,
bit validation.
he was on
that.
the other side of the cage. He was being beat down by law enforcement, and that's
You
the
know
way.
what?
No,
That's
I was not
probably why
incarcerated. That was not incarcerated. No, don't go there. No, I was a correction officer, but I did do law enforcement for a little bit. That's pretty shocking that somebody keyed onto that.
Yeah, because look at you. I would never think you're in law enforcement. All right, go ahead, Chris.
yeah. And the thing is, like I said, I don't know what they told you, but that's what I picked up. And then
Oh, okay, yeah.
no, the girls.
The girls, yeah.
And then okay, why do I get something about Alcatraz? Have you been wanting to go to Alcatraz or something that's similar that you want to trust the history? Or maybe that's a past life I'm connecting to.
That's probably the past life, because I sure as hell don't want to go to any prison ever again. I've been to many bad prisons and and riots, and no bueno for me. But as far as the tarot and the oracle,
yeah, because I can. Okay, and then for some reason, I see like almost like Salem around you. Okay, and it's weird because I'm getting like. Okay, who in the world is that? I'm seeing. Okay, what?
Oh,
and there you
lost.
go. That's the end of your reading.
That was it.
You're out of here. You're out of here, buddy.
Oh, come on. One more thing. Before I go,
what the hell?
If I happen to go to Salem, one of y'all coming with. I ain't going there by myself.
Yeah. We'll send Chris.
Charlotte and I will go.
Yeah, we'll send Greenman and his nun.
If I fly there, I will be there.
We'll send Greenman as the nun to Salem.
Greenman as a nun. Only
in that outfit.
Only in the nun outfit. Otherwise, he ain't going.
It won't work. Yeah.
You need like a couple of them for every day that we're there. You
Yeah,
can't
true
wear
story.
anything else.
All right, Chris.
You look good.
We're gonna give
Yeah.
Chris a couple minutes just to finish off because we got to boot Big O the hell out of here because other
Mhm.
people want to get on.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, we
You
can
hear
hear you.
me?
You're good. Mic check.
But
Not anymore.
We
I don't
could.
know if you can hear me. Bye.
Yeah, okay.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Manny, always a pleasure. Y'all, always a pleasure. Greenman, nice to meet you. And hopefully I do more of this later. Later.
Peace.
See you, man.
yeah,
Kick
and
you out.
what I was gonna say
Oh,
is
you want
that
me to kick you out?
if you
Hold on a
Yeah,
second,
if you
Chris.
keep
I'm gonna
getting-
give him the boot. Okay, he's gone.
Yeah,
But
keep-
you can finish your reading. Just give him a quick heads
Yeah.
up.
So in case if y'all can't hear me, if it keeps cutting off because I know Manny just keeps kicking me off for some reason. But if anyone wants to contact me, it's 210-974-3470. Again, 210-974-3470. Sorry, it's just that it keeps kicking me off. I think for some reason, I think we need to talk. I'm being picked up.
And he's gone again. I'm not really sure what's going on with Chris. By the way, Dre wants to know where my costume was at. So there you go. That was it. It was just a freaking mask. So, Greenman, you didn't do your psychic reading. What the hell is going
Yeah.
on? You're on here for a reason. Give Big O
I'm
a
gonna-
reading.
I'm gonna be right back.
Yes,
seconds.
it's okay if you take potty breaks.
Okay.
So go, Greenman,
I
go
see him
ahead.
buying a car.
Oh, there you go.
I see him buying a car.
Yes, Green Man. You tell it straight.
You, you let him have it.
Large car, like a B or something sizable.
Very good. I like that. I like that. He's got it in his
Okay,
pocket
man.
somewhere.
Okay, guys,
okay.
that's weird, Manny. Now it sounds more clear, dude.
Yeah, there you
For
go.
the whole time, it sounds. I kid you not. Since it started, well, at first it started off good, then it started glitching when we were reading your friend. It started glitching bad after I read him, and then when the other guy just left, I read him and it kind of came out clear. Then it was glitching again, and I'm like, okay, I must be hitting on something because it was glitching, and now look at this. There's no static. There's no. I'm coming out clear. I can hear you perfect. And it
Oh,
was
that's
weird because
actually
you were
that's
even glitching.
that's because Addy's not on. She tends to do that.
Addy has left.
Yeah. And you know, she said that in the podcast she was on that she does that. And look, she's off, and now you can hear perfectly. But when she gets
She's
back
an
on,
electric witch.
yeah.
Everything she does is electric based.
So Chris, when she comes back on, your history, you're gonna glitch out. I feel it. But that's a lot of power in that girl.
That's
isn't
weird.
Oh
Jeez
yeah, no,
Louise.
definitely. She's
God
insane.
mercy.
Love her.
So we're gonna see if Dre
That's
wants to
crazy.
call in. I don't even know why because he may or may not. I don't know. So you two, you kind of read Big O, and a lot of that stuff. All three of you really hit on a lot of important things that he has experienced in his life. So that was again is a credit to the fact that you guys can do this. It's just amazing, and I'm always like in shock when I hear it and see it happening live. It's just crazy. I'm just waiting for the nun to let us know what's going to happen in the future.
The nun.
That's
Oh
my
my god, that's
God.
hilarious.
But-
So by the way, the ladies want to get into crystals later on. So if you guys are interested in crystals, right? If you're interested in crystals, stay tuned. We're gonna have like a crystal fest in a little bit. I'm not sure where did Addy go? What did she go do?
She didn't concur with any of us before she skedaddled. So
Yeah.
I went to
Okay,
get
Mr.
Oh, there she is.
Okay, for
refill.
A
wine
refill.
refill,
for
tequila.
for a green man, that nun is that I was told for you, the green man. That,
Uh-oh.
I could
the
hear you
nun,
guys
I was
the whole
told to
time,
tell
by the
you.
way.
Oh, sorry. We
Oh.
were
And
talking
he's
about
gone.
you.
See?
Oh my God.
It's me. It's
Uh,
me. It's me.
It is
Nobody
you.
listens. It's me.
Go take another
I
shot.
could hear you
Wow.
And a
guys.
message.
Yeah, so the Greenman.
It's like a
That was
game. It's fun.
Okay. I'm with you.
No, but I was told
Nobody
to tell you.
listens to me.
All
I
right.
listen to you, Addy.
No, but
All right, Chris.
now for the Greenman,
We're-
I was still that I
Oh,
was
I'm on the big screen.
sorry.
Oh, hold on a second. Charlotte likes to be
you're
on the big screen.
so pretty. I love you.
There you go.
I'm done now. It's fine. It's fine. I can look
I
at
don't
myself
know. I
all
think you
day.
need to stay on there for a moment.
Yeah, yeah. He could, okay.
It's a pretty
so
picture,
hot-
I know.
hot
Yeah.
Chris, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Chris. What was it you had to say to the nun, or Tom Selleck?
I was told I was Tom Selleck. Well, I was told for the that you have very like priest energy to you, even though you're a nun tonight. I was told for you to nurture and to tap into your inner child and keep yourself active. Both activities are important for you right now. So I was told for you to do that. So just be good with yourself. And then I was told to also have patience because your dreams are rapidly going faster than what you realize. And whatever you're manifesting takes nurturing and patience. Okay. And then there's a reunion that's about to happen. Or reconnecting. Okay. And then everything's in divine order. Everything's the way it's supposed to be. So look past the illusion and look what.
And
Bye-bye.
there he goes.
Oh.
So hold on, Green. Let me put you on the hot seat. But I feel like you were connecting
so sorry.
to any. Oh shit! We got the picture still up.
Get that picture away.
There you go. I feel like
Creepy ass.
you were not connected. What was the deal? Are you having a reunion coming up?
Not that I know.
Did
of.
you have me share? Did you have a bad attitude? Tell me about it.
No, I don't have a bad attitude.
Oh yeah, I just making sure.
I don't have any reunions planned, not that I know of.
But it's in the future, so you don't know. Okay. There you go. So we're back to Chris. Chris, you're back again. Addy, please stop kicking him
Yeah, I
off.
know.
I can't control it.
I know.
That is
It
not
keeps-
something I
it
can
keeps-
control. It's like I walk into places, lights flicker, my own lights flicker in my house all the time. I can't control it. It just is. It just is. It's like lightning. It just is. I can't help. I can't. Sorry.
Chris, we'll give you a couple minutes to finish with the nun, and then we'll move on to the next topic.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh. We're
Okay,
losing you
but,
again.
Hopefully, I know it's going in and out, dude. I don't know why. I guess it's just, I don't think it's her. It's just I don't know. It's weird.
And there you go. So we're going to continue with the Renaissance Witch and the Sagittarius Witch, Addy and Charlotte.
Yay. Love her. Love her.
Yeah, there you go. You're on a different side now. So I don't know if anyone else is going to call in. I know the OA wanted to call in. There's a few other people who might be interested. I don't really know. I'm not sure. But tell us a little bit about the crystal situation.
Go, Addy, go.
Okay, wait, Chris is back. Wait, can you hear us?
Who?
Chris? Oh, there.
You were in the middle of saying something when I came in. Do you want to try to get that out before you possibly cut out again?
No, it's just that I was told that that I don't know if that made sense about the reunion, man. That might not make sense, but it'll come because there's a lot of stuff that I've said and it's come to pass with a lot of people. It might not resonate with you right now. and then for some reason I got like angel therapy. Like what you need to do is give your cares and the burdens to the angels and they'll take your problems. So you need to stop worrying. And that's for the guy that's dressed up as a nun. But yeah, just relax and just take it easy is what I'm being told. So you need to have time for yourself because you're always on the go. You're busy.
So there you go, Greenman.
So
I want you to simmer on that just for a little bit as we get into the crystals. So, who will go first?
Addy,
I want to hear. I
Addy.
want to hear what Chris has to say. Let me hear what Chris
Oh,
has
yeah,
to
yeah.
say about crystals.
Okay.
Because Chris, you haven't really gotten to be here. Like, I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it's the connection. I don't know if it's like your Wi-Fi. I don't know what it is. But you haven't really gotten to be here. So I kind of want to like get more of a feel of how you feel about stuff like crystals and metaphysical shit.
who is she talking to, me? Or I don't know who
Yeah,
she's asking.
yeah,
Yeah, she's asking
yeah,
you.
Chris.
How do you feel about the?
Okay, what is
Wait, let me quote it.
Crystals.
The metaphysical shit.
the physical? Are you talking about the crystals, or you're
Yes.
talking
Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, crystals.
Honestly, the crystals have a lot of amplifying energy to them, and it's weird that you say crystals because it's funny. I'm seeing the crystals have downloads, and it's weird because I don't know. I couldn't see, like, of course it's been glitching since I've been on, but I'm gonna make it quick. I see like a crystal skull. Okay, I'm being told that you're the guardian. They're the skulls, or like even just any type of crystals, they have storage in them. So even if you don't have a crystal skull or like an alien skull, because I have one, by the way,
I need one.
I'm being told that they have imprints in the what do you call them, in the crystals, and you can use them for divination. Like you can start seeing, because I've had crystals before. I have a crystal skull, but I can't show it right now. But if you look at it, like you start taking pictures, faces start coming out, either a past life or things that you've done. So everything that you connect with a crystal before you were even before you were born, everything you've already done has been dropped here. So everything you've done, even to the show, everything you already planned it. It was in your book, even to the time that you die. But the only thing is that you don't have that access to see that because it's like blank. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
as far as like the crystals, but you do have a lot of. It's weird when you're asking me that, because I do feel like you have a lot of crystals, and I want to. And it's funny because I'm here because in my mind I heard Reiki master. Okay, that's not the way they want me to say it. You're a Reiki crystal master. Okay, I don't know what that is. Only you know what that is. But there's something that you're going to be doing with the Reiki, and you're going to be using healings with them.
Okay.
So yeah, hopefully that
Oh,
makes
I was
sense. I
just.
don't know if you can still hear.
I was more like curious how you felt about crystals, like how you work with crystals. I wasn't looking to get a
Well,
reading,
I
but
mean,
thank you.
Hey, that's a freebie. Thank
That's
you.
a freebie.
Yeah.
Unpaid. Yes. Thank you.
But I was gonna tell you. But the thing is, as far as like how I work with crystals, I use them like to protect, for clearing, for cleansing. I've been doing a lot of that. And then with the cases too, Manny, I told you about.
Yes.
Um, it's just
Oh.
it's weird because I'm doing a lot of surveillance cases that I've been doing. Some people lately have been coming to me like, oh, well, there's an entity in my house, but so I'm doing a little bit of missing persons cases. It's just weird since I haven't talked to you. It's like there's another part of me that's just, I guess it's more like I'm gonna be helping people with surveillance. Like if there's people that are bad, like CIA, FBI, crooked cops, you name it, I can see it. But with the crystals, like you said, to me, I just think that I use them in a lot of ways, and I manifest what I put into the crystal, and I wear them. I do have crystals. I do have necklaces, but I don't show them. But yeah, I was told too in the past, and this even in this life and in the past life, that I'm real good with crystals, and I was good with like uh, like healing people. So they told me I was a natural at it, and a lot of people, um, just asked me like, "What do you think about crystals?" It's funny you ask because there's been people that ask me and they like the way I think because everybody thinks differently. Everybody taps into everything differently. Um, but that is a very good question. So I work with crystals in different ways. I do actually oils, like scented oils. So I'm always wearing something or like some kind of protection or something over me. I do like candles too. That's another thing I do. I make candles for people. But yeah, I do a lot of little different things that people don't see on podcasts or I talk about unless if you ask me, then I'll tell you. Otherwise, I won't tell you anything. But if you ask, I will tell you. So yeah, that's what I do.
So there you go, Chris. So apparently crystals and psychics kind of go hand in hand in many
Yeah,
ways. So for the Wonder Twins from across the pond, the connection, who would like to drop the crystal knowledge first? Because I feel sometimes, well, hold on a second, let me just do this. Because I feel like a lot of times, like Charlotte's like, let Addy talk. Let Addy talk.
Put Charlotte on the spot.
So, yeah. So now Charlotte.
Well, it is like 4:30 in the
Right.
morning here. Like, be
Right.
easy on
It's
me,
okay.
guys.
You've got this.
Lady, you supposed to be here. Nobody's going easy on you.
No. Yeah. Well, I mean, Addy started Sun and Moon Gems, and I started the UK side of the company. So like that's how we're very interconnected when it comes to crystals. For me personally, like I tune into them first before I understand the properties, and then I would search them like afterhand. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what the question is, but quite like, what would you like me to say? What would you like me to talk about?
Tell us about crystals.
Oh gosh. I mean, they harness so much power. I have in my car a little medallion hanging with several different crystals used for protection and a little bit of cloaking from speed cameras or police for abundance.
Does that actually work?
Yeah.
I would love to get some of those.
This is what I mean. Like, they can be used in any area of your life. Like, if you can think of it, you can make it happen. I wear a crystal when I'm channeling. In my clients, I wear like moonstone and sodalite on a necklace to protect my throat chakra and to protect my heart chakra, but also to unlock it so I can channel. I have aventurine and rose quartz hanging right here to protect me from like taking on people's energy during my sessions when I'm healing. I work very closely with Lemurian to unlock the coded information from past lives. Like, you name what it is that you want out of life, and there's a crystal that can help you with that purpose. It's like it's so much untapped potential there, and there's so much that you can do with it that like I could go on for hours. Like, how do you define that into? Yeah. I carried palm root with me in my bag tonight when I went out for protection and for grounding, because the veil is very thin and it's, Halloween and there was a lot of drunk people around. Sometimes I'm carrying a crystal with me and I'll just hear that I should hand it over to someone else, and I will literally take it out of my bag and hand it over to the person who I know needs it.
Oh, so we basically need to walk with you to get free crystals. I like that. So here's the thing. I find a lot of these conversations that we, as humans, we are so much more than what we know and what we explore. So do you feel that crystals are a part of the human experience that just needs to be explored? It needs to be shared, and the knowledge needs to be, kind of like driven to the mainstream, kind of.
It's a tool at the end of the day. So I can only really describe it as like almost like this ancient knowledge there that maybe we're not even at a point in evolution that we are using it how it should be. There's it should be in addition to as well. That's the other thing I will say. Like when it comes to like using crystals for health, first is always like medical side of things, and then the crystals are an extra to that. But it's almost like there's ancient knowledge there, and that during Egyptian times, for example, lapis lazuli was used to connect people to the gods. But as that culture kind of died and the information was lost, that knowledge was also lost, and people no longer use it for that function in the same way.
Makes sense.
I think it's so much untapped potential there that like literally the mainstream do not really know how to use it properly.
But I think you guys can bring that to the forefront.
Can I ask a question, Manny?
Oh, like really? Now you want to ask a question?
I'm not trying to interrupt anybody. You know, nuns have to abide by some kind of damn rule.
Nuns are people too. None lives matter.
Damn rule.
First, I want to say I love the Egyptian painting behind you over your shoulder.
Thank you.
Oh, hold on a second. Let's zoom in on that.
That is awesome.
So good.
Also, I wonder, you said past life.
Yes.
Do you pick anything up on me? I am very interested.
You're a nun. You have no past lives. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
To connect to your past lives, I would have to go to your Akashic records and open all that up. And that's not something that I am protected enough to do right now in a live stream. I can guarantee you have past lives. You can sense that from you in the beginning that you're not like a new soul. I don't know if you're like ancient.
He is.
Somewhere hilarious. What do you want to say, Addy?
He's got 5.
Yeah, I'm getting like under 10. But
yeah,
like 5. Specifics of them would involve like really diving into your records. And I can't do that just on a whim. I have to set up protection first. And do with your permission.
Well, yes, probe away. Just be gentle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for some people, and I know I had mentioned this to Manny prior, but like, it's some psychics are willing to kind of like jump around into people's past lives and jump around into people's energies and tap into things like that. And then there are other psychics who prefer to do it with more protection, who prefer to do it with more time, where it could be more, almost a more intimate, where it's more of like a one-on-one experience, and like you really get to ask questions, you really get to dive in. The psychic gets to have their protection up and gets to have their team around. So some of us work with deities and stuff like that, and we like to have them present when tapping into past lives, because that is like really tricky territory, because more so than not, more can come back with you from that experience. Whereas like if I were to pull a few tarot cards, it wouldn't be as much of a opening of a gateway. So think of it as like you know, there's like fabric. There's a small tear in the fabric where air can come in and out, and going into a past life is like a huge hole in the fabric that allows air in and out of that, rather than a small tear where I can get information of your current life. And so that big tear allows more to come in, because there's more space for stuff to come in for us, not necessarily for you. And so I know you have 5 past lives exactly. You have quite a few soul contracts, which Charlotte's really good at breaking soul contracts with people from your past lives, and like people you've experienced now that are technically like attached to you from like experience of this lifetime, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, Charlotte and I in particular choose not to tap into past lives willy-nilly, because we have experienced what that's like to have entities come through that big tear in the fabric, and it's not fun. It's not fun for us. There are some
we put protection for ourselves and for you when we do it.
Yeah. And so like some psychics prefer to just like go crazy and, you know, do whatever, and that's, you know, they have their own way of working with it. We like to make sure that you're protected, because we're tapping into your energy and opening up a portal so that we can tap in and anything else can tap in. And so if the proper protection isn't up, anything can attach to you, and you'll be feeling it for a lifetime, for a
Years,
couple
lifetimes.
weeks, for days. Who knows what comes through, you know?
So would it be better then for our non-Tom Selleck Greenman to essentially contact you guys directly and try to get that to go on?
Mostly Charlotte. I do more energy work of like the current life. Like I can tap into past lives and stuff like that. I do that for coaching. If you want to like open up the realm of like what your potential is, like I do actual energetic and psychic coaching. Charlotte is more of like when you think Renaissance witch, this bitch can go into like your library of Akashic records. She can like look at your past lives, open up the book, tell you like what is streaming into like current life, cut the cords of like soul attachments and shit. Like she's really, really talented. I do more like present life shit. Charlotte does past life shit. She's like artist. She can paint up your energetic. I don't even know. Like she is all the things that she does like hurts my head a little bit. But I do more of like present life stuff. If you want to like deep dive into like your past life stuff and also have it said to you in a really nice accent, Charlotte's the way to go. You know what I mean?
I love you.
If you want it in the proper English, please contact Charlotte.
Yeah.
I think all my lives could use some help.
There you go. So Greenman, isn't there like a horror movie called was The Nun? What's it called? The Nun or something like that?
It's called The Nun.
The Nun.
The Nun.
There you go. Are you willing
Oh,
to
you should have
contact?
done the makeup.
Yeah. Well, he uses his makeup during the week. Greenman, are you willing to contact Charlotte and get into your records?
Yes. Absolutely.
I love it. Fantastic. Great.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, and then contact me and tell me, spill the beans. So we are back at Addy. It's your turn to shout out crystals.
Oh my God. So I got into crystals like at the beginning of this year. Up until then, I was strictly reading tarot and kind of tapping into like past life stuff and whatever, all that energetic fun stuff. Until I realized that I am very much like an electric witch, and I can tap into different energies. I can tap into plants and anything that has energy buzzing off of it, I can tap into. And when I started tapping into crystals, it was like this entirely different experience. Every crystal has its own story from the moment they are like formed within a mine or underground, all the way to the moment that they are mined, to the moment that they are carved and then shipped over to whoever you are buying it from. They are picking up energy, they are forming energy. My favorite crystal, I will show you, but not for long because it will shut down the whole podcast. Hold on.
Oh, I know what she's getting. I don't have this one yet.
I've got a whole lot of it, and I'm only going to show you for short periods of time. So this is Elmwood. This is Elmwood fluorite. It's this beautiful like lavender color. Sometimes it's like super, super purple, but it does fuck with like energetic force fields. We have Elmwood calcite. This is stellar beam calcite. It hurts me. It makes me stop breathing when I show it. So Elmwood can be super, super orange like this, or it could be really, really, really light, almost like quartz. But Elmwood there's one mine, and it's illegal to mine this crystal because of the different things that have happened in history from mining this crystal. So it is now illegal to mine it. And so now it is smuggled out by miners in order to get to vendors and then get to us so that it can get to whoever wants it. This crystal like does so much. It changes your entire life. It shifts the energy of everything, including live streams, which is why I'm like trying to keep it away from.
No, please keep it where we can have some
moving
activity.
it.
Sounds good.
I'm moving it.
It'll just shut down the live stream though. It won't give you activity. It will just shut us down.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's done it to me so many times. Don't worry. It's okay. I did it with respect. It's okay. It wants to learn. It wants to teach people, and it wants people to learn from it. But like, it is either like exploded. You see, like I saw myself glitch for a second. It's either completely exploded and destroyed, or it is mined out and smuggled to be sold. So really like think about that. Like as a person, would you rather be completely obliterated or smuggled to be sold? And that's really the only two options that this crystal has. And so when you think about that on an energetic level, it's got so much to teach you. Like I can't even explain it. And that's more of like a rare, kind of like museum kind of crystal. Like it's a very, very special crystal, but you've got crystals like quartz, you've got crystals like amethyst, citrine. I've got so many different crystals in front of me because this is my job and you guys are literally like on my table. But crystals are insane. They carry different kinds of energy. That energy also falls into the carving that it is carved into. And also, really fun, you can wear it as in beads, as malas. It's been worn for hundreds of thousands of years. There's Charlottes. I've got this whole little area full of them. I've got 5 of them now. But you can wear them and they're really beautiful. They were used by Buddha and like monks. There's I think 108 beads and they're used for meditation, which is really beautiful. But if you want protection and stuff like that, they're really good. I feel like, yes, it's like Charlotte said, there's a lot that you can say about crystals. They're good for protection. They're good for energy work. They're good for sleeping. They're good for sex. They're good for a million different things and a million different ways of using them. And I mean, if you want to learn more, we're constantly talking about them. We're constantly talking about different crystals that people haven't even heard of that have just come to the market. And it is on our Instagram page, which I'm pretty sure is linked by Manny. So we can talk about it all day.
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys are interested in crystals and what they can do for you, you can go into the description. It's actually
Jennifer,
in there
I
right
see that in
now
the chat.
where you can actually
said,
go in there
but I was
and
wondering,
check.
when did you guys discover you were
Chris,
a
hold on a
medium?
second.
I was 10.
Chris, hold on
Hi,
a second.
Jennifer. I just want to say thank you for watching the broadcast. Well, everybody knows that I discovered my gift when I was 5.
And then we lost him. Yeah.
How do you?
So if you guys, yeah. So if you guys want to look at the gems that and the crystals that Charlotte and Addy are talking about, please look in the description. There's links to all the Instagrams. Even if you're not in the US and you're in the UK, you have a link in there to see what they have to offer. And I think Chris was talking about, and he's back now. He's talking about a question that was in here about when did you guys discover when you were a medium? And let me bring him back. I think he's still talking right now. There he is.
I don't even hear him.
Yeah, Chris, we're back.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you're being kept out of the show for some reason. So we're out of the crystal conversation, but we're talking about mediumship. So, Chris, are you there?
That is crazy. That is so weird.
I don't think Chris is there. Can you hear me?
Ooh, idle space. Love that. And also Jennifer DB. And Chris is gone again.
Yeah, he is.
When did you guys discover you were a medium? I'm going to answer that question first. I discovered it when I was like, I was really young. I can't really pinpoint an age. I've always been able to like see different things. And I've always had really, really, really vivid dreams, like crazy, crazy vivid dreams of past lives and meeting people. Even like meeting Charlotte very recently, I had a very vivid dream where like I could smell her perfume. I hugged her and like I called her and was like, what is your perfume like? It smells floral. And she's like, yeah, I wear a lot of like floral things, et cetera, et cetera. And I was like, oh, holy shit. Like, I feel like I learned really young. My mom practices Santeria, so she's always been very tapped into her spiritual kind of thing. So I've kind of known my whole life, but I tried to kind of like repress it. And the problem with repressing any part of yourself is that like it comes back tenfold. So it's better to just accept it and like figure out how to work with it rather than repress it. It's kind of like repressing trauma. Like it keeps finding its way back into your life. So yeah, I was really young. I feel like I've always known one way or another. I've had make-believe friends that weren't actually make-believe friends. They were just spirits, right? Charlotte, you too?
Same. All the time.
My grandma was like, oh, you just make-believe. I'm like, it's really not make-believe. Like, she's legit here, but it's fine. Like, whatever you think, Grandma.
Charlotte, what about you?
Oh, same story. Very, very young. Like, as long as I can remember being a child, I've seen things that other people couldn't see and feel as well, things that other people can't feel, like picking up. I can do a thing where I can hear certain thoughts from people, and that was very confusing as a child because I didn't know what was going on. I thought everyone could do that, so I would be very mindful of my thoughts around people, thinking that other people could do the exact same thing as me. So as long as I can remember, like I can't put an age on it, it's just always been there. I did the same thing as Addy though, the repressing. I got afraid of it and didn't like it so much, and it got scary. So I repressed it and then had some real fun sleep paralysis times, and now we're good.
Yeah, I had the same thing with Greenman. Like I had a dream that I found him one time in a forest, and he was smoking a stogie. What about you, Greenman?
As a like how so?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
I think we did meet you.
That's crazy.
Stogie.
You know, yeah. But you see, that
I feel like
me,
when you have like a really deep like soul connection with somebody, you will find them in your dreams, 100%.
Always.
Yeah, if it's someone that you haven't met physically, like you will 100% meet them in your dreams.
And if it's not you thinking about them, sometimes it's them thinking about you as well.
Yeah, that's crazy. What about you, Chris? When did you first have your first medium thing happen? I don't know. What do you call it? Connection.
I mean, yeah, I think when I was like 5, between 5 and 7, I was already like, when I experienced my first, with the gift, mediumship. But when I started my first astral projecting or astral travel, man, I can remember as being young, but I think it got really intense when I was probably like 9, dude. It really hit like really hard. And I just remember my dreams when I was young. I can still remember them. But yeah, it's just weird that you mentioned that, because I just think as me, it's hitting harder as I gotten older, and it's just grown up like crazy. I'm getting more downloads, more things that I didn't even know I could do. I guess God said, okay, well, I'm gonna add this more gift that you already have, So it's crazy. And then my theory, I don't know about the girls, but to me, I don't believe everybody's psychic. That's everybody's entitled to their opinion. And the reason why I say that, the only way you can either have it is either it's inherited, it's in your DNA, it's in your blood.
No.
Which is passed on from family, which to me, it's like I've had it with my. No, because I don't. But the thing is, I don't believe everybody's psychic. Because if
everyone has
we wouldn't
gifts,
have.
So
Yeah.
it's not necessarily.
I mean, yes, but
it's kind of like being able to play baseball or basketball or a specific sport. It's like saying like, oh, not everybody's good at sports, but like nobody knows unless they try or tap into it, or are part of a family where they feel like safe enough to be able to practice that. I've met so many different witches who are like so tuned in to their spirituality, and they're so afraid to like come out of the broom closet because like they live in a household that's so religious that it doesn't let them practice. So it's like, it's not necessarily not that everybody is psychic, but that so many people are so afraid to say it, that so many people don't really understand that a lot of people are. And like everybody has some sort of a gift. Maybe you're not able to speak to the dead or tap into past lives, but maybe you are able to read tarot. Maybe everybody's able to read tarot and read oracle. By the way, the tarot deck itself has been around for hundreds of thousands of years, has no actual origin, and everybody and their mother is able to just use a tarot deck because the tarot deck itself has its own power that has nothing to do with you and like where you've been brought up and like who passed it down to you. A lot of us are very lucky to have our magic passed down to us, but a lot of us are so unlucky and so fearful to like really tap into that we don't know. So I don't think that it's something that's passed down to you. I think that that's a very like closed mindset. And if you are a spiritual person, you should welcome people into being spiritual and tapping into their magic, and like not close it off and say like, oh, only I am special enough to have it. Everybody is capable and has to just tap into like what that is necessarily, not to be an asshole, but like that's a very closed mindset. And it's almost like saying like, no, you can't do this just because you haven't tried. Like everyone is capable of anything if they try hard enough. You know what I mean?
And we're always trying to break the taboos around witchcraft and being psychic.
But to me, because to me, I mean, everybody's entitled, but to me, the way I see it is.
And he's gone.
And he's gone because he's wrong. And like the energies don't like that. I'm sorry, guys. Like the energies don't like that. No energy likes to be told like, hey, you can't tap into talking to me.
No, it's not
like,
the case.
Like, okay, and to say that, like, you know, whatever, the gift is passed down, like all of us came from some sort of roots, right? So all of us came from some sort of ancestor, and all of our ancestors, if you date it back far enough, come from spirit, right? And so spirit at the end of the day
always a line back
over and over and over and over again to the end of the day, where we are like here, and all of us have something to tap into. All of us have something. We're not all psychics. No, it's like saying that all of us can do nails, or all of us can play baseball, blah blah blah.
That's what I'm saying.
We all have a gift. You can't just say it's passed down, because that's what this generation is trying to break. Is the fact that like
to break that cycle.
So many people have closed it off to where so many younger generations feel like, oh, I'm not good enough. It wasn't passed down to me. My mother, my grandmother, my great grandmother didn't practice it, so therefore I am not gifted with this. And so many people are like afraid to say like, hey, I see this, or I feel this, or I hear this, or like I get these downloads. And it's because of those generations that say like, well, it wasn't passed down to you, so you know what I mean? And I think that needs to be broken, because so many people have a gift. And so I think it's like about choosing wording. Yeah. And so if it's not everyone's psychic, but like just be very gentle and careful with like how you word that, because you might scare the generation that might have always been gifted and might be in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and they still are scared to share that because they are pushed back into that hole, you know? So just be gentle with wording.
It's also a muscle that you just kind of like work as well. Like you don't just have it all set from the beginning. Some people do, but like for the most part, everyone has something that they can train. Like the reference to the baseball, the American sport.
But this is the thing, Manny. The reason why I believe that, because for me, it's either passed on or when you have a near-death experience. Because that's my belief system. Everybody's belief system is different. But I will add a little something to what you believe. But I believe that there is people that do have it. But to tap into it like an everyday psychic, no. I totally disagree with that. I think that they can tap into some things and they can train to it. But it's just that, you know what it is? They're afraid to come out. And I can disagree with, I can agree with some of it. Because there is some of them that are afraid to come out. And then some of the family even holds it from them, knowing that it's passed on. But there's some family members that, and families that they keep it so closed out that they know they have the gift, but they don't share it with other family members. And to me, that is totally wrong. I don't know if that's what you were saying, but to me, it's different. It's just that they don't share it, they're not gonna know. They have to learn on their own. See, like for me, I didn't have no one to teach me. I was just in tune, when I was little. I knew I was different. I knew I was not from this existence. I still believe in my heart that I know I was not from here. A lot of the psychic people are star seeds, some of them. And now the ones that they can go for classes, yeah, I give it the benefit of the doubt that, yeah, they'll probably pick up deja vu here and there. But it's just that the reason why I think the way my mind is set is because there's just too many skeptics, and I think it's with society society that they shut us out, and they have like this. I don't know. That's just my point of view. I just think that society just keeps us at bay because they're like, no, that's not right, because there's no such thing as psychic ability or a medium ability, because we were taught not to believe in that kind of stuff, because if you can't see it, it doesn't exist. Okay.
At the end of the day,
yes,
I feel
do
like
believe it.
We're all made of stardust, right? We're all made of something from the universe. We are all put here from
yes,
that.
I agree with that. Yes.
And so if we're all from that massive piece of energy, whatever it may be, God, Buddha, whatever your religion may be, whatever your beliefs may be, aliens, et cetera, it's all just one. It's all just energy, like a massive ball of energy, and we're all that. So at the end of the day, then that gift is passed down to everybody, right? Because we're all made up of the same thing, and some of us get to tap into it, some of us don't. The people that don't tap into it contact people like us who have and get information. And at the end of the day, we're not here to tell anyone what they are or are not made up of. That is part of being a healer. Part of being a healer is guiding people, giving them the information that's going to help them, whether that be tapping into their own intuitive gifts or just guiding them through this life, because this life doesn't necessarily tap into their gift. It doesn't mean that soul does not have a gift. It means that this life necessarily did not choose to tap into it. This life just wanted to live its life as a skin bag, just as a human being and no gifts, and just was like, nah, count me out. I'm not really into it. It doesn't mean that this soul doesn't have a gift. And so if for anyone listening, I want you all to know that you all have a gift. We are all made of the same thing. We all come from the same universe. We all are made up of that same energy. And so maybe you want to tap into your gift. Maybe you're not ready for it. Maybe you're not ready for the responsibility of carrying, it's not a burden, but carrying such a big responsibility, which is intuitiveness, psychic, tapping into any kind of energy, et cetera, but we all do have gifts. It's not necessarily passed down to us from generations. We are just born with it. We are all made up of the same thing. We are all here to show people. We don't necessarily have to come from a line of witches or whatever.
Yeah, I believe that now.
So I just want to make everyone kind of aware of that.
I'm not in a lineage of witches, I can tell you that much.
I just want to make people aware of I want to make people aware of stereotypes. I want to make people aware of wording, which is you don't want to beat anyone down before they even have the chance to grow. Yeah. And especially as a healer, especially as a psychic, especially as whatever you decide to call yourself. I call myself a witch because a witch is like an umbrella term for psychology, energy work, tarot, oracle, everything. A witch or a wizard or whatever you want to call yourself is just like an umbrella term for all the things underneath it and all the things that you have yet to learn. But it's just as a healer, it's not my job to tell anyone what they do or don't have necessarily. You know what I mean? It's just
weird.
We're all made of the same thing. Just keep that in mind. For anyone who listens to Manny's podcast or live stream. It's like
Actually,
you don't.
nobody
We want to
listens.
empower you.
Nobody even listens. But
Oh my God, Manny!
Yeah.
Stop.
Manny, quiet you.
I know. This
but
is,
I
this
do want to get
crazy.
Greenman to get in here and tell us what he thinks about it.
Well, I was just going to ask you because for a little while, right around from about 17 to early 20s, I would, while I was driving, I would randomly get these like flashes of like seeing like a police light bar on top of the car, the blue and red flashes. And a couple miles down the road, I'd find an accident.
Mm.
Shut your
first-
mouth.
Interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
The first time it happened was
Wow.
we were actually it was me, my mom, my girlfriend at the time, driving through the mountains, coming out of Ramona, and all dark, roads pretty empty, and I just, out of nowhere, I just got this red and blue flash, and I'm like, what the hell? And a couple of minutes later, it happened again, and I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, slow down. What? She's like, well, what? Yeah, I just got a feeling, just slow down. And it was almost a blind curve. It's a real sharp curve that comes around. We came around, and right as we were coming around the top of the hill, there was a truck that had just overturned.
Wow.
And,
That's crazy.
Mom's like, after we get past it and everything, she's like, okay, what the fuck? Why did you tell me to slow down? And I'm like, well, I saw this. And she's like, okay. And she was a little wigged out about it, at first, but it would keep happening for a while. I would see him. I'd tell Ed, like, my mom, slow down. She's like, you see
Wow.
that? And I'm
Yeah,
like,
That's insane.
but
Yeah.
then like mid
So cool.
Yeah.
20s, it just gone.
Yeah,
So
I can see
Wow.
that. I could definitely see that. And actually, I'm someone who has studied a lot of psychological research, and there's many research out there that shows that even people who don't think they're psychic can actually predict seconds in advance of the things that they experience. So, it's an
Yeah.
inherent thing. It's an inherent thing that people as mankind can tap into this, a web or this ability that they have. It's crazy. And this is why I have the podcast, because it's something that we as human beings have, and we just don't tap into it. Or maybe this time
Yeah.
around, we're not supposed to tap into it, but maybe later on.
Yeah.
But
So
Yeah.
there you go.
another question is, how would I get back in touch with that? Would it could I, how do I, if someone is kind of slightly, how do they hone and strengthen their skills?
I guess I would say just
Give
tap
me
into
1
it
second. I
and
have to
just
go get my charger
Same.
for my laptop. Yeah.
Same.
I would say
We'll let
just let
Chris
it come
talk. 'Cause
through.
once
Just,
I walk away, he doesn't go away.
Yeah,
for
he won't
some
be
reason.
disconnected.
no, but I would say that just let it flow. Just let it come to you naturally. You have the gift and stuff, so just let it just tap into it. Because there's people that it just comes natural. And then sometimes you got to work hard for it. Some people just some people can just it just comes, and then there's others it takes a little bit. But the thing is, what I was told to tell you is just number one, don't doubt yourself, and just let it just come to you. And that's the best thing I can give you is just because everybody their mind is different. So just first believe in yourself, and if you have to meditate, sit down across but just know that just let it come. And if you just don't pressure it, maybe it'll just come to you, because some people like you said, it goes. You have it so strong and then it just goes away. I think it's because it just, I guess the way they were brought up, what was told to them, that's probably why they can't tap into it, because they always say, don't believe this, don't believe that.
Yeah.
So yeah, just be very open to it, because I've been told that you do have the gift, but you just got to be able to just let it come,
Okay.
For me, it was different. I was just very, and it's weird because most people think it just goes away. And what's so strange? I'm gonna tell you what's weird with me. The thing that I noticed, and I don't know if this has happened to you, because I have premonitions before events happen, and it was weird because I wouldn't. There was times where I wouldn't dream, or I wouldn't have. I would call them dreams, but they're visions. Just when it was like when I couldn't sleep or something, just I said, oh, maybe I'm just losing that part of the gift. And I've noticed, and I don't know why this happens, but like just when I'm not dreaming or not seeing anything for like, because every time it was always like one day after another, and then later on it would skip like every other 2 or 3 days, and then just when I wasn't thinking about it, it like I would have a dream, and I'm thinking, why is that happening to me? And my friend said, you know what it is? It's you. It's you that have that little part of you has that little doubt, but you just gotta let go and just say, just let it come, you know. And just when I just thought I didn't have that part of the premonition vision dreams is what I would call them, that's when I would dream. And then I said, okay, does that mean that I would only get premonitions when it was something like a disaster or something that was coming forth? Because with me, nobody knows this, but I'm a witch too. I don't really expose that, but I am. So if somebody's doing voodoo, I could see the altar. That's the funny thing about it. And it's weird because when something's being done to me or my family, I can tell. I could see it coming. And my grandma's always, coming through. So when she talks to me, she'll tell me the person's face. I can see their altar. And I'm like, okay. It's like, okay, you want to do that? I just say, I'll just let God take care of you because karma's an ass, okay? So if they want to do bad intentions, I just say, it rotates and it goes right back to them and it reflects. But yeah, just one thing that I was going to tell you, when you open it, please protect yourself. Because I'm going to tell you one thing right now. You're not here to be liked by everyone. Not everyone's going to appreciate what your point of views on things.
Well, that's
because
already
because I feel a lot of hate towards me. I can tell you right now. I just got a reading, I think it was yesterday, and they said, you're just a natural born psychic. You were, because when my friend told me about it, because I asked, because she's in astrology, and I'm so into astrology because when I was little, I would always look at the stars, dude. I kid you not. I remember looking up the stars, and I'm like I just knew it wasn't from here. And she freaked me out because people have told me that, and it's weird because I just can't explain it. Because I'm gonna sure once you open up, one thing I'm gonna tell you, you will see who your true friends are and who your friends are not. You will make enemies if you're really gifted. Trust me, I know what I'm telling you. You will make enemies, and it's because you are gifted. And then number two.
Yeah, I don't like Greenman anyway, to be honest with you.
I must be gifted as a motherfucker.
I don't even like him. He's way too gifted. But I want him the hell off of this podcast right now. I've had it with him. So listen, we got a message in here that everyone's chomping at the bit.
To that.
Yeah.
I want to say something to that. The message that I got, like the download that I got for that was that to what's the word? To honor when she was with you, to honor the things about her that made you excited to be with her, to honor the parts of her that that kind of sparked excitement in you. So kind of like, let's say she made a very specific breakfast certain weekends or certain mornings that just made you so excited, like make those breakfasts. What were the things about you that she loved, that she talked about all the time? What were the things that she said, I just really love this about you? Like, do that more. Like, what is the person that she would aspire you to be? It's kind of like those people who love their dogs, and like the saying on the internet is usually like, be the person that your dog thinks you are, or be the person that your dog would want you to be. kind of, because your dog is like, you know, you can never do any wrong, and they think that you're like the most amazing thing since, like, I don't know, popcorn. So that's the download that I got from that, is like, what are the things about you that she highlighted the most? What are the moments where she was like, oh my God, like this about you specifically is just so amazing, so strong? Because usually we get to see our strengths from other people and the people that we love. Like my spouse, she brings out some really beautiful parts in me. And like without her, I probably wouldn't even be on this live stream right now. So what are those things? And like honor her through those things. She will always be with you in one way or another. But it's kind of like Dia de los Muertos, where it's like they light a candle and they never forget their dead. Through honoring them all the time, honor her. And that way you keep her alive in some small way, you know?
Yeah.
You read my mind as well. I was getting light a candle, like literally just light a candle to keep her memory alive.
What was her favorite color? Like find one of those candles. Yeah, scent, color, like light an incense, or buy her favorite perfume or whatever. Like if you miss her, like honor her. Make her an altar. What are her pictures, her favorite flowers, her favorite hobbies? And does she love painting? Paint for her. Like if you want to keep her memory alive and honor her in one way or another, like do that. Make her a small altar. An altar doesn't have to be some big crazy, you know, shelf in your house. It could be something as small as like a toothbrush and a flower. I don't know, something small that like reminds you of her, you know. Like I can't imagine losing someone so close to me, especially my own wife. But if I did, which is like, it's something that practically brings me to tears, I would honor her by putting cookies at my altar, because she loves cookies. She loves chocolate chip cookies. I would put chocolate chip cookies, and like I would, you know, put a picture of our dog together and stuff like that. So it doesn't have to be something crazy and big. But if you want to like honor the people that you love, like just keep their memory alive by the things that they love the most.
Oh, sorry, you're in training. Okay, sorry about that, Greenman. You'll have to do that a different time. Yeah, hold on.
The thing is that I was told with that message, just do like a white candle for clarity, and just think of her. And you know what you can do? Just pray to her, and just know that she's always that she's never left you. And by the way, too, you said you miss her. Okay, I was told that she's your guide. Okay. She's never left you. We told for you to express your feelings towards her. She wants to hear how you felt. In other words, just don't hide your feelings from her. Just let her know that you still miss her and you think of her. And I'm being told that she is listening. So just put like a white candle, because it's more for clarity, and you know, and just basically just open your eyes and just pray, you know. And believe me, she will come when you need her, and she will always be there no matter what. And she is there to protect you. So just to let you know, just have her in your prayers, and she's never gonna leave you. And I'll just leave it with that. I don't have anything else to say.
What I've learned is that, especially in this podcast, is that psychics are all different. Okay, we seem to interpret things differently, but at the end of the day, the core message is still the same, right? So all three of you still said that you need to remember her. You need to show that she's still there. You know, show that she's
really
still part of your life.
Like for a lot of us, it's as simple as like Google is your friend. And so if you need to figure out how it is that you can honor a loved one, or kind of like get messages from a lost one, like Google it. Google really is your friend, but like don't just go to the first link that you see. Do your research. Kind of you would. Yeah, kind of like you would in like college. Like do your research, find the most consistent way of doing something and go with that, rather than just being like, yeah, I'm just going to do this and this is the only way to do it. Do your own research, and also go with what feels most comfortable. This is something that I feel like a lot of people don't realize, is like they feel like if they do it one person's way, it's going to be the right way, and that's not necessarily true to your own energy. Just like you are an individual and you are special because you are an individual, do what feels most comfortable to you. So maybe someone says, make an altar. I said make an altar. Chris said light a white candle. So maybe you look at both of those things and you say, okay, what if I light a pink candle for my wife because it feels right in color and it feels right by this person, or whatever. Like whatever feels right to you. Like we all do things our own different way, and that's what makes us, special is that we all do things what feels comfortable to us. So if you feel right by lighting a candle, or if you feel right by going to the beach because your wife loved the water, or maybe your loved one loved sugar or whatever. Just do what feels right for you. So do your research. Google is your friend. Okay, don't listen to Wikipedia. Anybody can change that shit. Google is your best friend. Manny, you're laughing because it's true.
It is 100%.
Google is your best friend, and Pinterest is really good too. For anybody who hasn't used Pinterest, Pinterest is bomb for potions, for candle magic, for dressing your candles, for witchy shit. If you're just interested in it, if you're just curious, go to Pinterest. Oh my God, everybody has like the cutest ideas ever. Like go to Pinterest.
You know what I was told for you? If you're still listening, get a picture. Put in the picture frame and put rose petals around. I'm seeing rose petals. Okay? I don't know what the rose petals signifies, but of course it means love. And you can put like pink and red altar rose quartz. Okay. Funny. Talking. So you might want to do that. But, like everybody, at the end of the day, there's something, of course, we all just agree on some specific things with me. But anyways, at the end of the day, everybody does connect with certain things. And then there's certain things that not everybody sees the same. Perception is different for everyone.
Yeah.
But just keep that in mind. Just, just look at what feels right to you. And when you look and see, and it's weird, when you look up things, I'm being told to look up on YouTube, and whatever stands out, whatever's that pull or that calling you get, go with it. And if not, you know what? You can go with Google like she says, but this is what I'm told, basically, to trust your own intuition. Don't go with everything on Google. There's just some things you can probably do, but just go with what in your heart tells you. If you feel
that's
like
what Addy said
roses,
though, to trust your intuition. It's literally what she said.
Yeah, then and just don't go with what if you feel like what everybody on Google and YouTube does the same thing. So be different, be unique, different. So hopefully that makes sense to you.
Yeah. At the end of the day, Michael, it sounds like you basically know. Just go with it.
Mm-hmm.
Just go with it.
Yeah, and that's what I was told. He knows. Mm-hmm. And then while you're at it too, I'm being told that St. Michael's protecting you. So just know that you're safe. Okay? No one's here to judge you. No one's here to change your beliefs. Just be yourself. Just be yourself.
So I know Greenman's in training, so I'm just going to go to him for a second. Greenman.
Thinking about the reunion, and
Wait a minute, we're talking about Michael right now. What are you talking about?
He's thinking about the reunion. See, I told you.
He told me to think
it never fails.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We'll circle back to me then, or we'll take care of it.
Yeah, for fuck's sake, just get it out of the way. So.
Well, not because the only reunion I could think about would be getting back with my boys again, but I'd have to croak for that.
Can I talk about meditation for a second? So Michael said I've been sitting and meditating for 7 days now, and it's hard. So okay, let's talk about meditation for like 1 second. I have so much to say, only because I do coach people on like how to unlock these things. So it's just kind of like in there. So meditation, it doesn't have to be sitting down and being silent and like repeating the same thing over and over again. I meditate when I'm doing dishes. I meditate when I'm taking a shower. I meditate when I'm taking a shit. Like, let's be honest, it's just like when your body is on autopilot.
Charlotte, can you laugh again? She said she was on the shitter, not the loo.
Yes,
she was on the shitter.
On the woo. With Bob.
I agree with everything Addy's saying, though. That's exactly the same way.
By the way,
meditation. Carry on.
The English don't say toilet paper; they say bog roll.
My dad says bog roll. I say loo
bog
roll.
roll. Loo roll, bog roll. Oh my god, it's toilet paper. But for real, guys, like you can meditate when your body is on autopilot, and I am. If you guys want to coach with me, please hit me up on Instagram. Let me know. But seriously, it's like we have all sat there and said, like, meditation is the way that, like, Buddhists and monks, like, they do it and they just sit there for an hour, you know, just like with a clear head. And that's not always how it works. Sometimes it's okay to just put your body on autopilot. Your body already knows how to wash dishes. Your body already knows how to, you know, use the bathroom or take a shower or change the kids or whatever. How it's driving towards the same route that you've taken for the past 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Like you can put your body on autopilot while meditating, and that's called active meditation. And so a lot of people decide to like take away from meditation. It's kind of like daydreaming almost, where like you're just kind of like spaced out and all of a sudden you're at work or all of a sudden you're home and you're just like, how the fuck did I get here? But you're just like, well, my body knew the same route to take. It's the same way. So you can meditate without necessarily just sitting there in silence. And I don't want to take away from meditation. I want you guys, like, I want to encourage meditation during the times where your body's on autopilot. I don't ever sit down in silence and meditate. I'm not going to lie. Unless I'm working directly with Charlotte and I'm doing sound meditation for like our portal work. But besides that, I am meditating during my shower. I'm meditating when I'm cooking. I'm meditating when I'm doing dishes. I'm meditating during the times of the day where my body knows exactly what to do by itself. Like I don't have to be there, you know, like I'll just put my headphones on, listen to some calming music, and my body will clean the house or whatever, and I am meditating. I am going through my chakras. I'm cleaning out the different chakras. I'm doing the work. I'm like sitting down with my deities and like writing out whatever I need to do for the week. Like I'm making a checklist for my week. You don't have to sit down in silence, which is fine. You can do that too if you like want to do yoga and stuff like that. That's fine. But there are other ways to do it as well. So I wanted to touch up on that because I understand how hard it can be to just sit down when your mind is completely blank. It's hard. It takes a lot of practice and a lot of time. Whereas when your body is an autopilot, it's a lot easier. You realize that you're just already doing that stuff.
The other thing I can say to that is that also comes with neurodivergent people who don't have like the classical brain. So if you have ADHD or any other mental health issues or any other things that put you on the spectrum, for example, meditation's never going to work if you just sit and you try and be still. And that's a huge chunk of the population. And meditation is preached towards people as like sitting in silence and sitting with a quiet mind. And it simply is not possible for a large percentage of the population. So that's why Addy and also we preach like the active form of meditation, sitting on the bus and meditating, washing the dishes and meditating, to repeat what she already said. But that's the reason behind it as well.
By the way, Charlotte, since you're on the big screen, GLS says that his grandfather has come to him in dreams a few times lately. He's been gone 8 years. What does that mean?
My grandfather does the same thing. He does it to check in to how his family is doing. My granddad, talking about him because he came in right now, he wasn't a very chatty man. He didn't have a lot to say. So he just pops in and he goes, "You all right? You all right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay."
Greenman.
And then he's like, "All right then, all right." And that's it. So it can literally be him just like come in like, "Hey, how's it going? Good, okay, cool, bye." Like, you know, it's like a check-in. They want to check that their lineage is doing well and they're like protective over you. The fact that it's fluttering in and out is that would be what that's my granddad was telling me to say.
So the last time that Charlotte was on the podcast, I was actually listening in and messaging her at the same time. And her grandfather had come in. I remember specifically I was at the comic book store and you were like, I don't know if my grandfather's here. And I was like, yeah, he's here, but he doesn't really want to be. Like, he's just hanging out, just making sure that you're fine. He's like, oh, like, and she was like, yeah, that's exactly how he was. He didn't give a fuck. And I was like, yeah, he just doesn't really care to be here, really, but he is. And he's like, why am I here? Like, I could just be off in the afterlife. Why the fuck am I here?
Exactly.
So I think it's funny that he popped in right now and he's like,
Yeah.
God, why am I here again? Like,
It's
why is
'cause I was
it every
thinking about
time she's
Grandpa.
on this podcast, I always get dropped in here. The funny thing about like spirits is that they don't always get to choose when they're like a part of this dimension where we can also tap into them. And sometimes they're like, oh my God, again, like, why are you calling me? Like, why do I need to be here? Like, I don't really want to be here right now. Like, they're a lot like us. They're just like, oh my God, I was having a perfectly fine time. Leave me alone. Like, sometimes they're just assholes because they're like, I
do
was
be
just
like
hanging
that
out.
though. It
Yeah,
do be
but-
like that.
So
I
wait a
just
minute.
thought that was funny.
So are you guys saying that when Charlotte was on the podcast, she called in her grandfather to help her out on the podcast?
No,
She didn't
what
call
happened?
him in.
He just showed up. He comes in when he
He just showed up.
I texted her and I was like, hey, did you have a family member that was like grumpy as fuck? And she was like, yeah, probably my grandfather. And I mentioned like a very specific alcohol that he would drink. And she's like, yeah. And I was like,
I've
yeah,
been
she
drinking
really,
at night. That's why
like-
he's here, I guess.
Wow.
I'm like, he
That's
really hates being around people. Like, he just hates people. And
He
Charlotte's like,
likes his
no, that's
garden
my
and his playing
grandpa.
cards. That's it.
And I was like, yeah, he's not like a fan. But again, Charlotte and I are very connected. So I was just like, yeah, there's like a
You
family
felt
member
him,
in
right?
your space. Yeah, I was at the comic book store and I was like, dude, like, do you have like someone in your space that's like drinking whiskey and just bitter as fuck? Like, why am I here? I was resting. This is bullshit. Like, why am I here? And you were like, yeah, that's my grandfather. And I was like, okay, maybe like, I don't know what you're doing, but stop so that he's so grumpy. So
I'm gonna give him a glass of whiskey and then I'm sure he'll skedaddle once we're done.
There you
Yeah.
go.
That's what he's here for. He's like, oh, you got the good shit. Okay, cool.
it's like that.
Yeah. Chris, what do you say to GLS? Why is Grandpa popping in once in a while?
What I was told, that there's a message coming through within that in the dreams, you need to pay attention to what's around the surroundings. There is a message that he is trying to say. So pay attention, because there is something that he's trying to tell you. So you need to pay attention, because there's something that's gonna occur that it's gonna resonate with, because I'm being told it's like constant dreaming. And it's like the repeat of the same dream. I'm seeing it more than, I'm hearing 5 times. So there's something that he's trying to tell you. So I would say that just know that he's got something big to tell you, and you're about to find out very, very soon what that is. And that's what I'm picking up from him. That he's coming through, and there's something that you need to say, because when I get premonitions, you need to pay attention to them. They're very important. I don't give a crap what anyone says, but visions, it's just dreams and they don't mean nothing. No, that's not true. Everything within itself is a message. If it's a message for you or for someone that you see in the dream. So if you see somebody else, you have to put it together. It's like a puzzle, and you got to figure out what it is. So there's a very significant meaning to it if he's coming for us. So unless if somebody's sick, then that means he's probably coming for someone. But if he doesn't look depressed, so basically you got to pay attention to his expression. It's what's going to tell you what he's trying to tell you. expression, background, everything that he shows you. So just remember that make sure you get a dream journal. That's another thing I'm being told to tell you. When you dream and you remember them, write them down. Write them down. Write the time that you had it, the day that you had it, and then later on you're going to find out what those are, because I've done that all my life. As a matter of fact, I have a book of shadows too, that I would always write dreams, and a lot of that stuff has came true. So on that note, that's all I got to say.
So, gentlemen, even though one's dressed like a nurse, I mean a nun, and ladies, this is we're coming to the end of the podcast. So I would like to put each and one of you on the hot seat for any last messages to the folks that are listening. So I don't know who wants to go. I mean, Addy's had too much tequila tonight. So
barely enough. Oh my
Jeez
God.
Louise. And
I
I was in shock when someone on the other side of the pond was manhandling that wine bottle, I guess. But anyway, what?
It's whiskey.
Oh, is it weird? What?
It's whiskey.
Really?
Irish.
Jeez Louise.
Whoa.
No, thank you very much. I'm glad you shared that with us.
No,
So I thought you were taking it easy with the wine. But anyway, whiskey, love it. So
Are you actually taking it easy with wine? I think if you're taking it easy with anything, it's going to be beer.
Oh, yeah.
Which has like 0% alcohol. Just saying.
Oh, it's weak as hell. Unless you get the European stuff, I have to say.
Oh, well, that's true. I've had some German beer. That is like...
Jeez, the way you guys are talking, I should have been a psychic a long time ago. Anyway, so...
So fun stuff. It's like sometimes you work with deities or ancestors that prefer very specific alcohols, and like they like specific stuff. So I work with Loki. Loki loves cinnamon. He loves Fireball. And when I work with him directly and I do like contracts and stuff like that with him, I have to take shots of Fireball with him to like continue talking to him.
What?
He's like, he loves cinnamon, and Fireball is the most cinnamon thing. And so like they really build up your tolerance. They build up your alcohol tolerance. It's fantastic. The animal was black bears. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm reading Great Lakes Sasquatch. How do you know? Is it the animal who protects you in your dream? I saw a sow and cubs, and I called out to them, and a large male bear charged me to test my bravery. I held my ground, and the bear stopped face to face with me. Ooh, I love this. So really fun story. That brings up when I went camping once, and the person that I was with, so we were hiking. Sorry, should probably set up the scene. We were hiking, and a bear and her cubs were kind of just like chilling along the trail. And the people I was with, they started hitting like, I don't know, the like cooking gear and stuff to scare them away. And I was just standing there in awe. And the bear didn't run away. The bear wasn't scared, and the cubs weren't scared either. And usually when a mom is with her cubs, she'll charge at you to protect her cubs. And I don't know, it felt like a connection, like kind of like childhood healing and like mother healing. I don't know. But when you look at something like that, like that was the story that came to mind, which was like connecting with this bear that wasn't really afraid of those sounds. And when you go camping and you're hiking, they say that when you see a bear, to make sure you let them know that you're nearby when you see them, so that you don't startle them and they don't charge at you. The bear snapped his jaws in my face, and I woke up feeling not afraid, but like I passed a test. Okay, that's feels really very cool. Much like, hold on.
Yeah.
So when we talk about spirit animals, don't, so spirit animals, I would say more like animal spirits rather than spirit animals or animal guides. Spirit animals are also cultural appropriation to Native Americans with totems that like carve the animal into the totem as a spirit animal or a spirit guide. So animal guides are fine. Just like to put that education out there. Hold on.
Well, what I was gonna say for the people, so in case if it starts glitching on me, you can reach me at Chris Psychic Garcia on Facebook, or you can reach me on my own personal cell phone 210-974-3470. Again, 210-974-3470. Or you can reach me on Instagram at Chris Garcia underscore 79, or you can also reach me at psychic kid underscore 23 on Instagram. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter. I have Snapchat too, but that's just there. And then you can reach me at my email, garcia187bluelove@gmail.com. And I already said what I have to say, Manny. And thank you for having me on, Manny. I had a good time.
Thank you for being on, Chris.
Kip.
You actually read the future because I was about to ask you all that stuff. And everything that Chris said and the stuff that's in the description is a way to reach him. And I'm glad you did that because you actually kind of ahead of the game here. So I was going to go round robin here. So we're going to get, it's the end of the podcast. So we'll get Greenman. And Greenman, what's your contact information? I mean, none.
Yeah, none. That is what.
At the monastery.
None. I don't come to the UBR chat and Discord. You can find me in there. Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, you want to find me, come get me.
Yeah, by the way, if you guys are listening, Greenman, everyone else, Game Vet, Idle Space, Dave, and the rest of the guys, the Asgardians as I call them, are all in Discord. And maybe we can get everyone, the 3 phenomenal psychics, to join Discord. And you guys can chat with them endlessly, forever, constantly.
Cool.
I guess. We can wake up this next person in the middle of the night with questions.
It's almost the morning. It's 5:30.
Right.
I'm almost at 6 a.m. So I pulled an all-nighter with you guys.
There you go. So, Charlotte, how can people reach you, and what's the future hold for you?
I am based on Instagram, so the Renaissance Witch on Instagram, and then I have Sun and Moon Gems UK for crystals. My other page is to do with my acting, and that's Charlotte Dawn Potter on Instagram. Future for me, it's always open to new opportunities. I don't like to pin it down. It's just exciting. I'm along for the ride.
There you go. And the next, last but not least, Addy.
So while we close it out, I just wanted to mention that the bear also stands for standing your ground and leadership. So it might have been a message of leadership and to take action. If you would like to talk more about this, you can find me on Instagram at the Sagittarius Witch. I am also found at Chris. Sun and Moon Gems. Oh my God.
Chris's webpage.
At Sun and Moon Gems on Instagram, www.sunandmoongems.com. If you guys want to just check out what we do have available on the site, Sun and Moon Gems on Instagram is always updated. The Sagittarius Witch, we are getting it popping on that Instagram page as well. We also have a Facebook page. It's not as active. I don't recommend people going on there, but if you do go on, I will check it out. I also am at Addy McMuffin on Instagram as well. If you guys want to check out some other stuff that I represent, body positivity, sex positivity, all the good stuff. I am like on all platforms. But yes, check me out if you guys would like to check out all those different websites. And yeah, I look forward to chatting with you guys more and answering more questions. And I hope to see you guys really, really soon.
So
and for KO, thank you for saying Happy Halloween. I just want to say that. Sorry.
KO's on top of
Happy Halloween.
Love Halloween. It's over for me.
So the very last thing that we're going to kind of check out with is that Greenman and GameVid have a project for tomorrow. It's called the CE5 process, alien contact situation. And so they have a project tomorrow on YouTube that we're going to play the little promo for, which I will be part of in some way or another. So if you're interested in that, you can check out GameVet on there. Hold on a second. Charlotte?
I have one little thing.
Sure.
If people like horror films, I have a horror film on YouTube, a short film, Blue Bloods. If you search Charlotte Dawn Potter and Blue Blood, or Blue Blood and Rabassa Films, I have a short film on YouTube.
There you
If you
go.
want to watch some horror, it's Halloween after all. I just remembered it.
Guys,
I
it's
think-
so good.
Yeah, I think I did see that, didn't I? When you first sent your links over.
I don't know if I sent it. I always forget it exists because I keep my witchcraft stuff and my acting stuff separate. But like, it's Halloween and I make horror films, so
Jeez,
my
I mean, come
God.
on, Charlotte.
It's
Really?
so good.
okay,
Yeah,
I'll mute
it's
myself.
like-
I'm here for the alien.
I
Yeah.
hate
Yeah.
that it's a short film. I hate that it's a short film. I wish that it had more time to do more with it. I want to know where it went, how these people met each other, what happened to the woman. Oh my God, Charlotte, what happened to you? Oh, all the questions. Happy Halloween, guys.
Happy
Happy
Halloween.
Halloween. Which will be answered if you watch the short film. Just look for
Hopefully.
Charlotte. You'll find it. So we're going to go ahead and show. Well, I was going to show it, but I could, for fuck's sake, it didn't freaking show up right. But we're going to do it right now. Greenman, don't go anywhere. Or none, Ratchet. Hold on a second.
He's a man.
Believe it or
That's
not.
it. The nun costume
that-
comes off.
Nonsense.
Yeah,
We've
nonsense.
revealed the man.
Hey, if it's on YouTube, it's for real. Here we go.
November 1st, we are teaming up with podcasters, paranormal researchers, UFO experiencers, skeptics, and even journalists for One Night Live. Grab your gear, join us live for the CE5 event Sunday, November 1st, 11:30 p.m. Central Time.
There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you guys for joining us. You guys, Chris, here's Chris again. Chris, Addy, Charlotte, you guys are amazing as always. Greenman, of course, Mr. Superstar himself, Psychic in Training. Thank you for joining. And with that, I bid you guys adieu. Don't forget to check the description for these ladies and this gentleman and stay in contact with them. They have answers for you, I'm sure. But you've got to give permission and you've got to accept that you are in control of a lot of things in your own life. So, with that said, ciao.
Good night, everybody.